Welcome to another episode of the Brother Peel podcast. I believe this is now episode number 20. And I'm back here with the legendary but controversial Steve the Dean Williams. What's going on? Also known as Pookie Dean. What up with you, Steve?
Well, Pookie Dean is my cousin. I mean, my twin brother, man. Leave my twin alone.
No, that's my cousin. Well, listen, Steve. Let everybody know, man, where they can find you, who you are, what you do, like we always do here.
I am a dating and sex coach here to show guys how to be accountable for their actions, not only with themselves but with women.
With women, okay, perfect. Steve, we got an interesting topic tonight. Interesting topic.
Oh yeah, and this is right my neck of the woods.
Right. And so this is very interesting. And we all know at least 10 years ago, catastrophic thing in American modern history, Hurricane Katrina hit in New Orleans. And, subsequent areas, Mississippi that were affected, Biloxi and so forth, in Alabama, certain places. Now, 10 years or more later, we're having a very similar situation in your neck of the woods, a great American city, no doubt. It's a very, very, very big place for African Americans, a lot of blacks. My grandfather died in Houston about 2 months ago. So he came there from Louisiana. So it's a big place for a lot of African immigrants that go there. It's a big money city. People love Houston, the great city, one of the best cities in the world. And they've been hit. You guys have been hit with Hurricane Harvey. Now, what's interesting is you live there, right?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, I live on the outskirts of Houston. Yes, well, not the outskirts, but I'm like 20 miles out, but I'm close.
20 miles out. Okay, so now I know we tried to do a show yesterday, and we did have some success, but your power went out momentarily. Is that right?
Yeah. It was just for about probably maybe 5-10 minutes, but it came back on.
Okay, let's talk about before we kind of get into the gist of everything, Steve. Let's talk about why you ended up moving to Houston, how you feel about Houston as a city, and so forth.
Well, when I was in the army, when I was in Germany, and I was leaving the army. I just made a choice. Because Maryland is pretty expensive. Maryland is very expensive if you think about it, but my sister was living in Houston. So what I decided on doing was I moved to Houston, and I moved to Houston and got a place for $347, a little apartment. Remember my kids' Kingdom stories and shit. So it was great. The cost of living is really great down there. You can the apartment, not only apartments, but the houses. You get more house for your buck. So, the house that we built down here, we have a 7-bedroom down here that's over 500,000, which would be probably $1 million up there. So it just depends on where you're at. But this is a great area if you want to save money and have pockets of cities. But the only negative is that you're in a big ass state of Texas, meaning that your next door neighbor is Louisiana, and that's it. You don't have everything close by. So
I see. Okay. Now we want to kind of, basically talk about Houston and the importance of it. And the reason why, because Houston's a big money city. The property is cheap. You have some very good institutions there. You have Rice University. You have the University of Houston. For those of you who like the historically black college kind of thing, you have Texas Southern, not too far from there. You have Prairie View A&M. It's a very big city, a very big place for a lot of opportunity. So now we know why so many people, and this is a black show, Steve, so we know why so many black people want to go there. It's cheap. It's a busy city. You can make a lot of money in Houston, and it's cracking. You get the Rockets. You got the Texans there.
Rockets, Texans. You have
the Astros.
No, you're down the street from San Antonio. You got Osteen,
right?
But it's just a bunch of pockets of cities that's what makes it so great. It's just different areas, so it's really great. It's really great.
Yeah, and not too far from Louisiana. So we got the pluses. Now let's talk about this, Steve. Texas is not only a big football state,
yes,
for high school, Vince Young from Houston, stuff like that. But in your city, your sister city in Texas is Dallas. There is a big preacher by the name of T.D. Jakes. You heard of him before?
Yeah, I heard of T.D. Jakes.
T.D. Jakes. Now, in the city of Houston, there's not a T.D. Jakes, although you do have a lot of
someone bigger than T.D. Jakes.
Black churches. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Beyonce went to St. John's, I believe, grew up there. But you have a minister whose name was his name is Joel Osteen. Now, here's the thing with Joel Osteen is very, 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 very interesting. Joel Osteen, who is the pastor of what's this guy's church?
He took over
Houston.
He took over the Summit. The Summit used to be where the Rockets played before they moved to the Toyota Center. So he came in there, gutted that out, and the whole Summit. That's where the Rockets used to play, and he made a church out of it. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just give you a history.
No, it's good. It's good. So he is big time. Okay.
Oh, he's big time. He's big time.
Interestingly, though, let's talk a little bit about his story. His father, who preached more on, believe it or not, man, his dad, John Osteen, great preacher himself.
Yes.
Preached on almost to the level of a black preacher. I mean, a lot of fire behind his messages. He kind of reminds you of a black Hooper, very similar. Joel Osteen is the camera guy. Dad dies, Joel Osteen is pushed into the pulpit, becomes an American sensation. Yeah. Biggest church, I believe, in America, 600,006 square feet, as you said. Now,
like a Vince, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a superstar preacher. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. My grandma watches him. He's not really so big on biblical context. He's more of a motivational preacher. Gets a ton of money. Doesn't really ask for it. He's rich, super rich. Now, here's the thing, Steve. This whole Hurricane Harvey thing hits, and one of the places that these people have been displaced, the first thing that they look to is where?
Well, they filled up the convention center. They've been filling up places all over Houston. So people have been helping. But
okay.
but then someone got a wild hair up their ass and felt like Joel Osteen should open up his church to those people.
Let's stop right there, Steve. Shout out to Mr. Emphatic, author Alan Roger Curry. And Alan Roger Curry is always in these chat rooms starting shit.
I know he is starting shit and stuff, man.
I'm gonna try not to look at him, man, because he always come in and troll the show.
I'm trying not to either. I'm looking at his ass too, man.
He likes to fuck up some shit. Shout out to Stylers like, let me do this. So, but Steve, Joel Osteen is a successful church built off of non-denominational, non-donated money. Okay, he doesn't get taxed on it. Why shouldn't people who have been displaced? Why should they not look to Joel Osteen for help?
Okay. Let's start with the first domino. Who has the right to tell another person what he should do with his property? Do I have a right to say, O'Shea, you need to open your doors? There's six bums down the street who don't have food and water or anything like that. You know what, O'Shea? You should open up your apartment and let them motherfuckers in, dog. You should do it. And then not only you should do it, let's go to the media and put it into the media, and then let the media pressure you and to open your house and your door to six bums on the street. Are you going to do it?
Well, no. But here's the thing, Steve. Joel Osteen doesn't own the church. The church, the ministry of Jesus Christ, it's about taking in the poor. That's what the Christianity is about. It's about doing things like this. My house personally is not about taking in poor people. It's not about taking in bums. But that's what Christianity is about, Steve. And so what I'm saying is people support the church. People give donations. Now, to be fair enough, before I kind of get into this argument, how bad is Hurricane Harvey? I'm in Poland. Is Hurricane Harvey so bad people are losing their lives and stuff like that? I mean, from what you understand.
Well, now where I'm at, everything's fine over here. I really don't know what's going on. I'm not what you giggling for, man. I don't know what's going. Well, there's stuff that's going on in certain areas where they're being evacuated. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's some stuff that's happening, but it's. Never mind. Nothing.
No. This is good. Keep talking.
I'm just saying that we knew that this was coming.
Okay.
And for a lot of people, we just didn't prepare ourselves for that, because there's a lot of looting, a lot of rioting still. Not rioting, a lot of looting. But no, there are people that stayed in their homes that are being rescued and they're being put in places. Matter of fact, there was I hope we're going to talk about that single mother on CNN who yelled at the lady. Do you remember that? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that, but we'll talk about it.
Oh, man. Yeah, single mom yelling at the reporter. She didn't have to even take the interview, but she went ballistic on a reporter asking her questions. The real question is, where's the father at to watch them two little kids of yours and shit? But I don't want to get into that right there. But anyway, let's get back on the street. But yeah, they're in certain areas because of how Texas is. Yeah, the water has risen because Harvey? The hurricane was so slow. It picked up so much water and moisture. It just doused the whole entire area with water and stuff, man.
Okay, so the area's fucked up. We can agree on that, right?
Not all the areas, but some of them, yes.
Not all the areas. When you say not, because you're not, in other words, when Steve said ain't nothing wrong over there, Steve ain't, what he's saying is, I'm not living around no niggas or no
people. No, I didn't say that. We got a little water.
That's what you're talking about in some of the.
No, we got a little, man. I had to stay in line. I had to stand in line yesterday to go get me some lemon cookies, man.
So here's what Steve is saying. In other words, I'm not around no shines.
I didn't say that.
Let's stop the show. When he said I ain't got that means I know. Just look at his face. Y'all stop the show. Just look at it. Don't sit there and look at him. Just look at him.
Let me here's my lemon water. Oh no, there you go.
Okay, can you say this? So you look at me in my face without laughing and say when you said that you didn't mean that I don't live around them shines.
I didn't say. You see, look
at me. No, look at me. Look at me and say, I didn't mean to say. When I say that, I didn't imply that. Look at me and say that. Honestly,
I didn't imply that, sir.
What are you looking at? I'm over here. You get a crooked eye or something? Your eye fucked up?
Well, you ain't shit, man.
Stop the show. Shit. What he's saying is Pookie Ray Ray and Pookie Dean and them, they got fucked up.
Yeah,
I live 30 miles away from these niggas. I ain't got no problems.
Well,
right?
Yeah, but I mean, they were problems.
Just say that.
There were problems. I had to stand in line. I had to stand in line like 15 minutes to go get me some lemon cookies, man.
Okay, so you had to, hold on. Stop the show. People are swimming, evacuating in fucking cars going off the freeway and shit. And you talking about your biggest problem is you have to stand in line. I'm just saying, some lemon cookies.
Hey, man, can we get back to Osteen?
I'm just saying, your problem is you have to stand in line for some fucking lemon cookies. That's what you got to do.
No, listen.
How long do you typically stand in line for lemon cookies?
Well, no, because all the Walmarts and stores, they were slowly opening up, so everybody had to stand. It was pretty cool because a lot of white people never had to deal with that situation. Because usually when you go to black events and stuff like that, when they have the black beaches and you go to CVS stores, usually they'll let people in 10 at a time, just black people. They do that to black people a lot. But finally, white people had to deal with that shit. It was pretty funny to look at that shit. See them standing in line, having to go in 10 at a time into the stores and stuff. So. But it was going on all over the place.
But you was getting lemon cookies. Okay, let's go back to the show. Let's go back to the show. This is important. Here we have Joel Osteen. Now, let's be fair. In 2001, when there was a flood there called Storm Allison hit, fair enough. Lakewood Church, they took these people in, right? Some displaced residents. Now, Joel Osteen, with a multi-million-dollar church, huge organization. He's kind of realistic, and what he's saying is, well, the building is prone to horrific flooding. So the reason why we don't want to let people in is because it's too much flooding going on. Now, keep in mind there are other churches.
That's not true. That's not true.
So okay, so you have other churches, like for example, there's this guy, Greg Locke, saying open the doors. I think he's another motherfucker that's probably jealous and shit. Trying to throw shots and tell him what to do and shit like that.
Yes.
But here because Joe Osteen's on top and these other dudes are pretty upset about that. But they have taken in some people, but at the same time, you have church service on Sunday, right? And nobody wants to go to church with displaced motherfuckers.
Well, that's what happened when the Katrina victims, when they came to Houston. It was kind of crazy because they put them in the Astrodome, and they had to block off the middle of because the football fields are right next to each other, so they had to block them off. It was a lot of chaos because a lot of people got back then. A lot of people from Louisiana came here. Crime went up. Had a lot of issues and problems in Houston.
Sure.
A lot of murders. The murders went up a little bit. Crime went up, and it was just some of these victims. But let's look at the bigger picture. And I want people to put their shoes in Joel Osteen. Now, with Katrina, they opened up the Superdome for the victims, okay? And I'm sure Joe Osteen was thinking about this when I'm not saying he did, but let's think about this. There was a reported I think it was about 42 reported sexual assaults in the Superdome. There was a lot of stuff going on in that Superdome. And I think that Osteen's problem was I'm going to try to say this. Let me see. I think he would open his doors to certain people because I think that he was worried because you can't if you're letting people into your church, okay, you're letting people in.
Okay.
I think he was worried about the things that might happen that are outside of his control. Because are you going to have people to come in, find a spot, sit still and chill? Okay. Or are you going to have a Katrina all over what happened to Superdome where little girls and females were getting assaulted and all that other stuff? Those are things you got to think about, O'Shea.
Okay, so what we're talking about, let's kind of just keep it let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, Steve. Let's just, no, it's not about you or anything, but let's just be honest. Let's be honest, okay? And before we get into a little bit of honesty section, we got to really do this. So once again, appreciate you people watching this particular stream. What I would like for you to do, 138 people, all that you want to do, and I need you to do, like the video, okay? 139 people watching. We're working really hard to give you guys these type of shows on the nightly. You guys know it's 1:43 here in Poland. I should be asleep, but I try to stay up to support the American audience. So you guys can at least like the video. This is the first thing that we ask you to do before you do anything, super chat or whatever, ask questions, donate us a like. And the reason why we want to grow this particular channel to do more, we want to be able to do more shows for you guys. But please just like the video. That's the number one thing. The number one thing that I need you to do, stutter, is if you have not received your copy of How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours, all that I would need you to do is drop your email in the chat. We'll get you subscribed to the Negro Manosphere. We got about 200 new email confirmations in like the last 3 or 4 days alone. So this is working well. And then so keep doing that. We were trying to grow our website. We're trying to grow our blog. So we'll send that book over to you, get you all scored away. So Steve, what we're doing is talking about this. Okay, this is the issue we're talking about. What we're dealing with is we are going to say those people who didn't leave, couldn't leave. The people that could leave got the fuck out of there. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just estimate it. Just say yes or no for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yes.
I don't think so. I think no, I don't think so because
Well, I'm talking about in the places that the areas that were affected. You know that this
okay,
shit is hitting you, getting ready
right.
to
There were
hit.
some homes. There were some home. There were like some people in homeless, like not homeless shelters, but old folks' homes that
Okay.
couldn't leave. People like that. Yeah, they couldn't leave.
Okay. Let's talk about poor people who couldn't leave. We know about Hurricane Katrina. People who knew that shit was coming, they said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." The people who couldn't leave didn't leave because they didn't hardly have the money to leave or the resources to get the fuck out of there. Now, here's what I want to say, Steve. Now, what you're dealing with is a group of people that probably don't go to your church,
That's
maybe would
number one.
never
Yes.
donate to your church.
Never been there. Yes.
Never been there. Now, you're asking these people to open up the door, but they haven't put one dime in the church. The people who have probably helped build that church are probably not as displaced, right?
Yeah.
So now the people who are donating to this church, they love their church. They want to go there and enjoy their nice, comfy church every Sunday, whatever like that. The last thing that they want are, people that they typically don't want to associate with in their church. Well, that's why you have ghetto ass churches, you have middle class churches, and you have upper middle class churches. Now, right. A mega church might mean that you have most, but for the most part, mega churches typically have people that are a big crowd of upper class people go to mega churches, from what I understand. So, are we seeing that Joel Osteen is saying, "Look, I can't really help these poor motherfuckers like that because number one, you niggas is bad for business. And you ain't helped me do shit in the first place. So in other words, fuck you." Is that what we're seeing?
He's not really, he is saying fuck you, but he's not saying fuck. He's trying to do it in a nice way. He doesn't, look, some people don't want certain people in their shit because they're fearful of people not be. It's not the fact that I don't think he doesn't want them in, but I think he's worried that there are gonna be some individuals that may come in there and not respect the church like it's his home. And again, it goes back to the Katrina situation with the Superdome. If I was out and my family, we needed a place to stay, and the owner of the Superdome let me in, I'm going to get my family. We're going to sit down and we're not going to cause any trouble or mischief, because I appreciate being even able to get into the dome. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I think Osteen's problem was, again, his followers are mostly white. A lot of his followers, there are pockets. So you got River Oaks, Kingwood, Woodland. You got rich areas. And upper middle class people normally go to Osteen's church. Now, these are people who probably don't go, who he wasn't going to bring in. I think he was bringing in more black people in, and I think he just get panicked. He said he was going to pray for him. I mean, what he said, I'm gonna pray for him, O'Shea. Me and my wife are going to pray for him. We hope they're safe. La 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 la. O'Shea, why you laughing, dog? I'm saying, why you laughing? I'm just saying that what I don't understand is, look, if I don't go to that church, why would I want to force somebody to do something that he doesn't have to do? Why not open up the Toyota Center, Les Alexander? Why didn't he open up the Toyota Center? Why didn't they open up the Astrodome? You got places to open up, but it was just, unfortunately, what? Y'all, people are getting mad. You can't get mad at Osteen for the greatest hustle, and that's hustling people out of their money using a fictitious character, making y'all pay 10% of your earnings. You can't get mad at him for that. That's his hustle. I respect his hustle. If y'all are sitting, not you guys in the chat room, but if his followers, how many did you say it was, O'Shea?
He has a lot.
A lot. I'll look that up. If they want to donate 10% to that man and pay for his videos and his books and all that other stuff, you can't knock his hustle. But you can't get mad at him if he decides not to open up those doors. Now, like some of the guys in the chat room, right, O'Shea, you know, it's insured and all that other stuff. But I'm just saying, man.
Okay, let's do this. And shout out to my man Jason Johnson. I see Rob Parks on here. CJ Sims, what up, man? I see Theron. Let me go ahead and do some shout outs to the some super chats. So, someone's life is worth keeping your church clean. Osteen is greedy, no doubt about it. The church should be open to take people as they are. Now, fair enough. A good point. Ask you one. He has opened the doors after receiving a lot of criticism about it. He was kind of forced and kind of, you know, he's doing it a little bit now. So let me do this. And we're also going to talk about somebody else left the super chat. So let me go ahead and acknowledge that person. Charles McMillan, appreciate you. And let me tell you guys this, right? When you guys support us here in the super chat, I don't ask for it, but when you do, just know that you're supporting the Negro Manosphere. The majority of the money that we take, I pay to get Steve here, Curl D every week. So we put that, and that was the reason why I was able to make that ebook free. And author Alan Roger Curry, the reason why we can pay $3,000 billion a week is because of you brothers donating the super chat. So just know when you guys support us here, Mr. Emphatic can continue to write articles. But if you niggas have support him, he can be on leave. So you niggas keep giving that money, we did. All right. So thank you guys so much for those who support us on super chat. See this, Steve. Gotta talk about this. The gospel of Jesus, I know you're atheist.
Oh boy.
The gospel of Jesus Christ is such that one of the tenets of religion is to do for the poor. It's about supporting the poor and the needy. I mean, the legal version, but you do know that Jesus fed 5,000, according to that, with I believe 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread, something like that. Jesus talks about giving to those who are less fortunate. He talks about the parables. From what I know, Jesus himself is not a wealthy person. The scripture do not talk about this. But why is it that we have Joel Osteen, who's preaching about this, but is not being very
Wait, O'Shea, you're breaking up.
saying it's a hustle, right?
All right, can you hear me now, O'Shea? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But Steve, you're saying it's a hustle.
Yes, the hustle.
Okay, but hold on. This isn't. You are talking about what you said earlier. No, let's talk about this. Your first comments when you came on today, so you're about making man accountable. Is that what you're not saying?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, so Steve, if you're about making people accountable, how can you say Joel Osteen, it's totally okay for him to do what the fuck he's doing?
That's his building.
No. Steve. I know you like motherfuckers who get money and you don't give a fuck how they do it. Long as they get money, you like it. They could be selling sandwiches. They could be, Steve, you're just a shady ass nigga. This is a guy who's preaching the gospel of Jesus. That's why you can't laugh. That's why you laugh, because you know you fucked up. How can you sit here? I gotta get on your ass real quick. You black motherfucker. How can you say?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why, black motherfucker. Let me tell you why, black motherfucker. Because that motherfucker, you know how much, wait, so you let him all in, okay? and then something happens to somebody because you let somebody in, that's something that's gonna weigh on your shoulders, man. He didn't want to deal with that, man. Hey, look, he gave him a prayer. He said, me and my wife are praying for your safety. Isn't that not enough? He's praying for your safety. That's not enough. If you're, hey, look, he's praying to your God. He's praying to your God for their safety. So isn't that enough? Isn't that?
Okay, somebody said I'm lagging. It's probably because Steve evil ass is on here.
It's your ass, man.
You know why? Your monkey ass is because God is upset with you for this motherfucker Joel Osteen. You fucking around, got my shit fucked up. Fucking around with your evil ass.
Blame it. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Blame everybody else.
Okay, and so Steve is perfect. It's me.
Thank you. Right, God is good. Glory to God. Glory to God. Glory be. Glory be.
This is supposed to be 600.
Yeah, because you know
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, see, if you open up O'Shea computer, you got two little rats on a little hamster thing. They just doing this shit. You got that bunk ass bullshit. You know I gotta fuck with my dog. Man.
Fuck. All right, look, maybe that fucking hurricane shit came over here to fucking Poland. I ain't know about it. All right.
Blame.
Okay, but Steve, can we not? I mean, we have to hold them accountable, though, Steve, because the religion says that, you know, money is not about Christianity is not about money. It's about the people.
So and Halloween ain't about candy. And Halloween ain't about candy. Halloween's not about candy. So what's your point?
Stop it, Chuck. Wait a minute. Can you say it again?
Halloween's not about candy. The reason they came with Halloween is to scare them little kids and create this thing called a fictitious character called a devil to scare these motherfuckers. And they rolled that in to a fucking holiday, man.
So what you're saying is that despite he's misrepresenting himself, it's totally okay.
Yeah, because he gave y'all. Wait. It's not like he didn't give y'all a prayer. He said he prayed for y'all. That's not enough. See, that's what I'm saying. When is it gonna be enough? Okay, wait. You know what it is? He let him in to his church. Then guess what? That's not enough. We need to move into his mansion. We should bus over to his mansion. And then after that, that's not enough. Well, you know what? We should get his wife to suck our dick right now. And then what? We should go and fuck her. It's never gonna be enough with you motherfuckers. Take the prayer that he gave you and be happy. Him and his wife got on their knees and they prayed to God for these people. That's enough.
Okay, Steve, let me ask you this. I think this is important because there's a guy in the chat room.
I can't disprove Christianity.
Yeah, and he's a funny dude. CJ Sims, he's one of my Patreons, stuff like that. He's saying that you can't disprove it, even though you're talking about Christianity. So I'll give you a chance right now to disprove Christianity for all the fans.
CJ, why don't you pick up the phone, call God, and tell him to go ahead and clean up all this mess? Or why don't you pick up the phone and tell God to stop having all these preachers rape these little kids and stuff like that? Or why don't you pick up the phone and tell God to stop what's going on in Chicago? I mean, come on, CJ, stop that shit, man. See, the problem with a lot of guys like you, CJ, you cool people, the problem is that you nothing but a bunch of handed down stories that you believe. That's all it is. Because I'm sure, CJ, at one time, hey, just like me, you believed in the Santa Claus because that was a story that was handed down to you. But unfortunately, the difference is I woke up. You didn't. It is not God that wakes me up. It's me that wakes me up because my body has all these little parts that work together that wake my ass up. It's no spirit in me. And I'm asking you, CJ, when you die, where do you go? Tell me where you go, and then how can you prove where it is you go? Do you go to I'm waiting for CJ to answer. Do you go to heaven? Steve sounds like a white atheist. Why does it have to see that's ashy one? Why does it gotta be about color? See that problem? Just because I'm a free thinker, I gotta be a white somebody? Well, I guess I am. Call me what you want.
Okay, so here's the thing. Alan Roger Curry, Mr. Emphatic, the Mold One King, he wants to get on.
Have him get on.
So
Steve
we're gonna get Alan Roger Curry on. You guys know him, awesome author. He's hilarious as fuck. And he's a. I wish I could just borrow his writing skills and just send text messages to chicks. You know, just like the illustrious text message. He probably wouldn't read them because I'm an ugly motherfucker. But let's do this real quick. I want to shout out some people who donated in the super chat. All right, number one, my man from the HU, the real HU, Virginia. Y'all some cold-blooded motherfuckers. Slave land and let the poor niggas drown. Yeah, you can't let. Yeah, you lucky to.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we just
prove God. There is no God. Who am I?
Jason Johnson, my man. Jason Johnson, the truck driver. $20 shout out to him. My man Gabe. Shout out to
y'all
him.
motherfuckers that's talking shit. O'Shea, are y'all fucking? Hey, look. How many fucking commandments are y'all breaking right now? All y'all fucking God followers and shit. How many bitches are y'all fucking out of fucking wedlock? But no. You can go to a building and pray on Sunday to get a clean slate. And y'all got to be foolish to think about that shit. Hey, I got some magic beans to sell y'all motherfuckers if y'all believe that shit.
Okay, let me do this. I want to shout out my man Rufus. And it's funny, right? Rufus. And you know what? I'm writing this comic. You guys, let me stop the show real quick. I'm writing this comic called Dr. Action in the Just Us League. And one of the characters is based off of Steve Dean Williams. But the character is called Pookie Dean.
Pookie Dean.
Pookie Dean. His best friend's name is what, Steve?
Pookie.
No, but who's Pookie Dean's best friend?
No, I'm his best friend because we're brothers. We're twins.
No. But who is Pookie Dean's best friend?
Rufus. Rufus. I thought we were going. Yeah.
Rufus.
Rufus is Pookie's best friend, right?
Pookie Dean's best friend is Rufus. And it's funny, my man Rufus come up in here, super chatting. So y'all gotta watch out for that, man. Right? The Just Us League comic is coming soon. The Negro Manosphere full comic will be available in about 2.5 weeks. So I'll tell you what, it's only going to be 99 cents. If you niggas don't have 99 cents, I'm a come out there and baptize your ass in that flood myself. 99 cents ain't shit, right? So we trying to basically, I'm trying to keep it low for the fans as possible. I ain't trying to get rich off you niggas. So 99 cents, you guys can at least pay that. The comic is going to be hilarious. So let me shout out Rufus. I'm thinking Joel didn't open his doors because he didn't want to have those people fuck his up church like they did the Superdome. I agree.
That's what John's saying. I agree.
So let me see if Alan Roger Curry's on yet. Is he on? He's coming. So he probably wants me to let me see.
Yeah, because all these God people, they won't answer the question until Alan come on. O'Shea, where do you go when you die? Can you answer that question? Where do you go when you die, and where's your fucking proof of where you go when you die? You know where you go? You go underground and you become fucking worm food. That is it. That's it. You don't go to these pearly gates. You don't get any fucking fake ass wings and a halo, and you don't get to fly around and go through pearly gates. If you think that shit, I got some magic beans here. And if you bury them in your backyard, you got to give me 2 cows. It will grow a beanstalk and you will climb that. And there's a goose up there that lays golden eggs. So give me your donations.
Okay, but here's the thing, Steve. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this, right? And before we bring Alan on, Alan, I sent you the email for the link. I want to talk about this. This is very important. There was a story that Floyd Mayweather supposedly, not that he did, but supposedly was going to donate $200 million to the flood. Now, this is a hoax story, but it was going around. So here's what I want to talk about right now, Steve. In the black community, because we have a lot of black YouTubers out there talking about, oh, black people are being displaced. Black people need help. People like Floyd Mayweather and other black people that have money.
Yes.
Is it necessary for those black people to help these blacks who are displaced?
No. You know what the funny thing is?
Okay.
It's funny how I'm sure all those black people who have talked shit about police officers, talk shit about the white man and all this stuff. It's funny now that who they calling right now for help now, they call the white man. And that's how fucking crazy it is. Okay. People want to sit around and always talk shit about motherfuckers, but they know when shit hits the fan, they'll be the first motherfuckers that call the white man instead of handling their shit on their own like they were supposed to be handling that shit.
Okay. So, but what I'm asking though is, what about professional black athletes? I mean, they're also black, and should Floyd Mayweather take money out of his check and donate it to these niggas? In your opinion?
No, well, look, donating is not a bad thing, but here's the question. Because even with FEMA, there's a thing people need to understand and look at. Because look, I'm even a fool to that, okay? I donate to Black families around Christmas time. I donate at least 10,000. That's all. It's not much. It's not like Floyd's. I just do.
Wait a minute. Is this every year?
Yeah, every year. And it's my wife.
Hold on. Stop the show. You act like it wasn't. You said not much. $10,000.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we donate that. We donate and we do gifts for kids. We it's just a bunch of stuff for Christmas time. It's more the portion of gifts for little toddlers and little kids. We want to make sure that they got a thing where no little child should not have a present thing. So we donate. I donate. And that's no big deal here nor there. What I'm saying is this. For a lot of people, you don't know where the donations are going. Of course, again, that's why I don't donate money. I donate toys. We donate clothes and things like that to families. We do that every Christmas, every year. But the thing is, well, hey, it wasn't even my idea to do that shit. It's my white wife's idea. That was her idea to do that shit because
you wouldn't get a nigga shit, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't give a nigga shit. You know me, right? Exactly. But we donate. But what I'm saying is that when you donate money, that's kind of sketchy because if you don't know where the money is going, that's where I have a problem. I would like to donate things like food, water. If I was Mayweather, I would do things like that because then I know we can do that. But when you want to donate money, that's kind of sketchy, man.
Okay, so let me do this. We now have Alan Roger Curry in the chat. So now Alan Roger Curry, you can never really get him on here like in the beginning of the show because he will never commit to it. You get like, Alan, we got a show. I don't really know. I'm doing, because you got a book. If you hear the thing with this, if you got to get Alan Roger Curry on a confirmed hangout, that nigga will make you confirm a calendar date. But he will come on here whatever the fuck he feel like it because he can. That's an abuse of a fucking authority. But shout out to Alan Roger Curry though, because he's that nigga. So I let him. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do because that's Alan Roger Curry. You guys know what? Alan Roger Curry and Rhyme. I don't even know what the fuck he gonna write every week. He just write whatever the fuck he want to write. I just take it like a bitch.
He good at that shit though.
Hey man, what you gonna write? Oh, man, whatever the fuck you want. I mean, he could write a fucking article on barbecue wings and fucking ashy knuckles. I guess. Huh? Fuck it. Okay, Ellen. Welcome to the show.
Man.
Steve about to get it.
How much, dude?
He know. He know I donate because I told him he's my boy. Listen, it's my wife that wants to give him a what was it, a gold car for what, $250, Texas trash, all the shit that my friends get. It's not me that want to get him motherfuckers. I hate them bitches. My wife is the one that says you should give to your friends around Christmas time. So every little gift that he has gotten, all my friends got, it doesn't come from me. It's the love of my wife that feels that my friends should get shit. So go ahead, Alan, talk your shit and see what you get this year.
Let's see, O'Shea, you got to understand who you're talking to. Let's see, Steve would come on your podcast and use urban slang and be like, yeah, what's up, O'Shea? Yeah, what's shaking and shit? Yeah, you my boy, you my dog and shit. But see, when Steve operates in his normal life, he's like, oh my God, are those Negroes in our house? Oh my goodness. Can someone call the police? Can someone please call the police? I think I see Negroes in our neighborhood. Oh my God. They're gonna rob us. They're gonna rape us. Oh my God. What's going on? I mean, I got Facebook friends who don't even live near Houston that's writing Facebook posts like, oh, my heart breaks. I wish I was down there to help these people. And what's this nigga Steve doing? He posted shit talking about, I'm getting some lemon Oreo cookies. Who the fuck has a national tragedy in their backyard and they posted, I'm getting some lemon Oreo cookies. The fuck, man? I'm like, Steve, man, you ain't gonna help these brothers and sisters. He's like, man, oh my God, and get close to those Negroes? Oh my God, are you serious?
Man, come on, man.
If they showed a video on TV of some beautiful blonde white women, Steve would have that boat out there so quick. He'd be like, "Are you okay? Okay, yes. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. I need to save you." But as soon as he sees some nigglets, boy, he'd be like, "Oh my God, please stay away."
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I look for it.
So if it was blonde women out there, he'd be on the front of the boat like George Washington.
Nigga, what?
There you do. There you go. All right, Angry Man, see what you get for Christmas. Keep talking that shit. Keep talking that shit. See what happened on Christmas.
It is what it is. I ain't mad at you.
Okay, let me kind of get. Let me. I know Alan Curry. He just came to roast Steve. I'm gonna go ahead, Alan. I know what this is about.
I was just gonna say, you see, you need to see Steve. You only talk to him on your podcast, man. But yeah, when you talk to Steve while he's out and about in this area, shit, man, you hear him talking to everybody. I swear, if you close your eyes, you would think he was white. He's like, "Hey, Betty, how are you today? How's the children? Oh my goodness, they're so grown. Oh my God." I felt bonkers. I was looking at your kids. I was like, "Yikes! Oh my God!"
Did you say bonkers?
Then he come on here and be like, "Yeah, what's up, niggas? Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, niggas? Shit."
Oh man. Steve, you out here cooling, dog.
Man, no, man.
Let me find out, Steve.
I love the kids. I just ain't the Paul.
So, Alan, what's your take on this, man? I mean, you know, I know that I don't know how religious you are, but I'm figuring that you grew up in a, you know, your conservative kind of style of a Baptist. Maybe was your dad Baptist, family Baptist?
No, we actually, believe it or not, I grew up in a Lutheran church.
Okay. So yeah,
So I used to go to a Lutheran church growing up.
A lot of black professional people were either Lutheran or Presbyterian or AME. Cause your Baptist is for the niggas. You know, that's what you.
Oh, back up for a second. So what you trying to say, O'Shea? You trying to say Baptist folks is broke? Is that what you trying to say,
Hell
O'Shea?
yeah, I'm saying that because I'm Baptist and I know I'm damn sure broke. Shit, you goddamn right.
That's messed up.
See, they go to the kind of church that where the preacher just talk to you about and God wants you. I want in the Lord. See, that's what when you broke. You got to hear that.
Tell the deacon board. You wait till the next time we have
praying 35, 40 minutes, nigga. That's the kind of church I go to. But let me ask you this: do you think that Joe Osteen, Allen, because like at first he didn't want to let these niggas in the church, they changed his mind. Do you think that's the hypocrisy to the faith he's trying to represent? And there's another pastor. What's this guy, Paul Morton? If you guys heard of Bishop Paul Morton in New Orleans?
I think so.
Bishop Paul Morton got accused of the same thing. In fact, his church is right next to Tyler Perry's studio in Atlanta. He actually moved the fuck out of New Orleans completely. He had probably one of the biggest churches in New Orleans, and he got accused of the same thing that Joe Osteen is getting accused of. So, do you think that Joe Osteen is being disingenuous with the faith?
Oh yeah. Well, first, I could just one more roast to Steve, man. Steve was being full of shit on your show, Shay. He was like, "Well, Joel Osteen, he didn't want to let in those people in his church. He was concerned about letting in those people. He know good way he want to say, hey, he don't want to let in them crazy ass niggas that's gonna be stealing from people and trying to rape people." But now, Osteen, from what I read, he claims he never officially, his rebuttal was he never officially shut his doors. He never said he wasn't going to let people in. I don't know if that's true or not. But you basically expressed my sentiments yourself, O'Shea, when you said, if you call yourself of the Christian faith, which I hate to disparage Osteen, and I know a lot of his followers send me hate mail, but if you really listen to a lot of Osteen's sermons, man, You know, there's some preachers, man, their sermons come straight out the Bible.
I just said that.
They'll quote a scripture.
Absolutely.
He just says a lot of feel-good stuff, a lot of self-improvement, feel-good stuff.
That sells. It makes money.
And he only randomly attributes to the Bible. But if he calls himself a Christian, man, that's what Christianity, I mean, if he was a true Christian, man, there should be pictures and videos of him out there in a boat his damn self trying to rescue some people, man. I mean, talking about we sending prayers and you living that large and you talking about you sending out prayers. It's like, get out of here, dude. I mean, I got some people from my area, man, that are getting ready to like rent trucks and stuff to go down there to see what they can do. And this dude is local and he talking about he's sending out prayers. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. Some of them videos, man, I've been seeing, I can't even sometimes watch them, man. It breaks my heart, man, seeing people just losing their homes, sitting on their roofs, you know, ain't got no power, electricity, no food. They had a sister, she was sitting on a roof. She had been there for hours, didn't have no food, nothing. I mean, man, you got to be doing something more than trying to get some lemon Oreo cookies, man, if you live near Houston.
Okay.
It is, I mean, you got to throw out a raft or a rope or something, man.
Yeah. let me get to the real quick. We got 197 people watching. I seen the Incredible Falk. Shout out to Officer Faulkner. Once Steve gets up out of here, I'm gonna get you on because last night I had like too many people on the damn thing. I fucked up, so we will definitely get Falk on. Last time we had Falk on, this nigga was actually he came and donated the super chat, then went and arrested somebody and gonna come back. Ooh, glad we got him. I'm like, nigga, how you over here on YouTube moderating and donating and arresting at the same time? I said, nigga, if your ass. This nigga driving a damn squad car all on YouTube, nigga, banning people and then arresting niggas at the same time. That nigga need to quit. Okay, listen. Let me get to. We got 202 people watching, 132 likes. You niggas already know what I'm gonna say. Get these damn likes up. Okay. You. Can I stop the show real quick? Y'all mind? I'm gonna stop the show. It's something with you niggas in your ears. Because it's I can see if this was just once a week. Not every time. Every ERRY. Every time I come on this mother, you niggas in these in the anti-like button hitting ass niggas. See, I promise you, you motherfuckers, I will make every video $5 if you don't like this goddamn. You will be if I stop doing these shows for a week, you niggas will be sick. I'm gonna tell you, you niggas will be sick. Why O'Shea don't want to do no videos no more, man? We don't got no more roasting, no more stop the shows. Get these motherfuckers up. I'm tired of dealing with you goddamn niggas. Every fucking time, here I am asking for some free shit. Hit the like button. You niggas over. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna watch the shit though. You sorry, mother. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let me get.
Oh yeah, but you ain't mad at them for wanting free shit. But
you know what? Shut your bald headed ass up.
No, you shut your bald headed ass up. You want to get mad at them, but good old Osteen don't want to let people in free. You think he damn near doing like fucking the devil's work.
Oh man, argument.
Hey O'Shea, can I be petty for like 2 minutes?
Yeah. Go ahead and get his ass before you think. Go get his ass.
This angry man is on the line, man.
Yeah, get
now,
his ass.
you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a little jealous, man, because you know, Steve would always say, Jebediah, you my boy. You always call me Jebediah off air. He like, Jebediah, you my boy, you my dog. Guess what he posted today? I tell this nigga Steve about this show on Netflix like 5 weeks ago. And he like, yeah, whatever. But then today, Angry Man is my dude. That's my nigga. He told me about this show called Ozark. That's my, see, niggas like Angry Man come through for you, man. He tells me about this great show. And I'm going to watch this show because my boy Angry just told me about this show. And I know when he tell me the show is good and shit. And I'm like, nigga, I told you about this show 5 weeks ago. Oh, did you really? Oh, I forgot, man. Oh, I don't remember you telling me. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's like that, huh? You know, I know when I've been demoted in somebody's, friendship circle and shit.
That's
the whole time you
love the chat room.
That's that Pookie Dean shit.
I said Steve was sitting back there, he was shaking his head like, ain't this some shit?
Oh man, Steve always getting caught up in some shady shit, man. But Angry Man, let me ask you this. So, I don't know if you've heard about the big Joel Osteen situation where you heard about. Okay, what's your take on the whole issue about Joel Osteen?
That motherfucker Father Gabriel from The Walking Dead.
Okay, I don't watch that show, so you gotta let me know. I watch pornos and television shows.
There's a father, there's a priest on The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
they rolled up on his church and they was trying to figure out, it was something shady about him. They couldn't figure out. What happened was his congregation was trying to get away from the walkers. That nigga locked them out. He said, I ain't coming in this motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all ain't coming in this bitch.
Let me ask you this, and shout out to John Powell Video. Is he wrong?
Hell yeah, he wrong.
Okay, why is he
wrong?
Why is he wrong?
Exactly, he dead wrong.
Because he's a he's a man of the cloth.
Okay.
Oh shit, here we go.
He's a man of the cloth.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Steve, that's what he's supposed to do. You know that's what he's supposed to do.
No, he's supposed to get that 10%. He's supposed to pimp that money out. Get that money.
If he was just a regular, average, everyday nigga, and he wasn't letting motherfuckers in his crib, I understand that shit. But he,
that's the dumbass argument Steve tried to use with me. This is how Steve, he has some good debates every now and then, but sometimes, man, that Pookie Dean, you can tell that Steve is like, sometimes he was a dumb nigga in a rich neighborhood and shit. Cause some shit he be saying like that didn't make no sense. Well, why don't you open up your house to him, nigga? I'm not a fucking pastor. This is Steve.
Well, see, it's two things. One, look at it. Look at it. One, he's supposed to do the work of the Lord. He's supposed to do the work of the Lord. That's one.
Oh, boy.
And number two, you're supposed to be able to seek sanctuary in a church.
There you go.
Thank you.
Supposed to be able to seek sanctuary in the church.
Why?
It's the house of the Lord.
Okay. Steve.
Now, O'Shea, I hope you realize that Steve is the black equivalent to Bill Maher when it comes to religion. He thinks it's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. He thinks it's a whole fantasy somebody made up. So he has no spirituality in his bones whatsoever.
Oh no.
I'm very aware. He's doing the robot.
Really? Stop the show. Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Stop the show.
Don't say nothing. Just
Stop
look at it. Don't say nothing. Just look at it.
He's doing the old man robot. Yo,
can they see him do this stupid shit?
Yeah, they can see him. I'm looking at him. Oh my God, my stomach hurt.
Wow. Steve then moved out to that white neighborhood and started using opioids, man. He started hitting that morphine and fentanyl pills and
oh man.
Okay. All right. Well, Steve, let me ask you this, Steve. What do you have to say? I mean, cause I don't really know if you can really debunk that, but I'll let you come up with something.
I just want to say,
uh-huh.
It's going to start maybe around December, maybe around December 5th, December 9th. My wife's going to say, sweetheart, it's almost Christmas time. Who we going to give gifts to your special friend? What friends of yours are you going to send things to? Now, we know there's Alan where Alan lives, and I know you're talking how there's going to be angry, man, but baby. We got to rethink this because those two unappreciative motherfuckers there,
they can't get shit.
So say it ain't so, Steve.
I look, I'm the hurt one here. I'm the hurt one
so,
here.
Man.
I'm no different. Look, I'm no different than you motherfuckers. When I'm happy, I laugh.
So,
when I'm sad,
no, Shay, he lying.
So
he lying, dude. The first time. Oh shit, this is what happened, man. Steve, we have been friends for I think a year or longer at this point, and he shows me a picture of his house. And I say, damn, dude, that's a nice ass house. What kind of neighborhood you live in? Man, his whole voice changed. He was like, oh my God, Alan, finally I can be my real self with you. I live in an upper class, all white neighborhood. And it's just, oh my God, it's bonkers. I mean, it's just incredible, you know? And I mean, I interact with those Negroes when I absolutely have to.
I gotta ask him a question. I gotta ask Steve a question.
What's up, fam? I know Cowboy fan. What's up, man?
I gotta ask you a question, brother, because you know, now that Alan said that and, you know, basically confirmed it for me, because I didn't want to get in your business. I just want to ask you. How nice is the neighborhood? You never see no trash out there, do you?
No.
Do they have like I'm being honest. I'm dead serious, bro. Like, how nice is it? Like,
it's real nice
for sale out there. It's real nice. Because I'm looking for a neighborhood like that around here. This is all joking.
Fuck you, Alan. There you go, angry man. You tell him.
I'm trying my best to find me a neighborhood. Is it gated?
Is it gated? There's some areas that are gated around here. Yeah, they're gated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
I'm looking for some gated shit.
I'm just saying, for you churchies out there, now y'all see the hustle. Y'all put all your money and faith in this one guy, and he like, fuck y'all. Y'all can't come into my house. But y'all mad. Wait. This is what I understand about you churchies. That's why I call y'all churchies. He gave y'all a prayer. He said, here, taketh this prayer. I will, me and my wife and I.
Wait, did you say taketh, like in the King James Version?
Yes, taketh. My wife and I will get on our knees and we prayed for you. Why not take the prayer and move on like a handoff and go up the gut? Why you want more? It's never enough. It's never enough.
Can't call black people churchies because they'll confuse that with Church's Chicken. They think you talking about a fan of Church's Chicken.
Alan is informed tonight, boy. He got jokes, boy.
Oh, Alan's like, what is Church's Chicken? I don't even know what that is. What is Church?
No. I don't eat. You know why I don't eat Church's Chicken anymore? Because of my Kirby experience. Because when I worked 70 hours at Kirby and I got a check for $4.76, I bought me a 2-piece chicken dinner from Church's, and after that I never went back. So that's why I don't go to Church's.
Oh my God.
So judgmental.
Hey, O'Shea, next time Steve go to the movie theater, ask him to text you a picture, man. He shows me this picture of him at the movie theater. Dude, ain't nothing but like rich looking white people in this there. I mean, I didn't see no black face. Like, no. I'm like, is this a damn movie theater? Man, this is upscale looking money. He's like, yes, that's the. I mean, what kind of theaters do you go to, Alan? Like in the regular neighborhood?
I don't talk like that, Alan. Man, angry man, look, he just mad at our theater. Our theater has a bowling alley, a couple of bars in there.
Oh shit, it does.
Yeah. They serve you and shit like that. They got.
Now, what type of? Now, hold on. Let's back up for a second here. What type of? What type of amenities do they have in? Because like you in like a housing community, right? Is it like it's a community? Like there's a name for the community where?
Yeah. There's a name for it. Yeah.
Okay, so what other type of amenities do they have in there?
What do you mean amenities? Like what do you mean?
Like they got a pool over there? And
they got a pool house. They have parties and stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like the country club, but
so they have parties and shit
now. Okay, now let me ask you this, because the last, like, we used to stay in a townhouse and it was on a golf course. So they had a golf course and shit.
Right.
And a driving range. So let me get my proper voice, because I know Alan go pick on me about this shit, but hold on. Do they have a golf course there?
No, the golf course isn't there. No, most people are with the Black Hawk Country Club, which is down the street. They have their own.
So it's right down the street.
From the country club. Yeah, not too far.
Damn, bro. Look, hey, my salute to you, sir. Straight up and down.
Wait. Look. Hey, angry man, I'm gonna send you right now, privately, and I'll send those shit how the clubhouse looks. Oh,
That nigga said a clubhouse?
Let me see that. I got
Nigga, we thought a clubhouse was a motherfucking baseball bat in the bathroom. That's a clubhouse.
O'Shea, you see how Steve
motherfucking baseball bat in the doghouse, motherfucker. That's a clubhouse.
Hey, look, I'll send you O'Shea. I don't want to get no. I'm just showing you. That's how it looks, O'Shea. I just said that to y'all. That's how it looks.
Hold
That's how
on,
it
let me
looks.
see.
That's how it looks.
Oh, nigga, I'm gonna start hating on you, nigga. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh,
I got it.
I'm gonna call you all. You gonna be all kind of bitch ass niggas than me now.
What?
Fuck that nigga.
What?
Fuck him. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Real quick. Before we do this, real quick. I gotta stop the show. Hold on a second, guys. All of you brothers who are on Patreon. Okay, I told you guys that the comic that we are working on is coming out in 20 days. Okay. I'm 85% done with it. If you want to see some scenes, they're posted right now on Patreon. All right. So that's what I'm gonna start doing for the so you guys like the comic so much. Let me ask Alan, did you like that comic, Alan, in the ebook? I think I said it to you before. Did you like it?
Oh yeah, I've seen your comic. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. So the Negro Manosphere comic is the truth. If you guys don't believe me, go look in the Patreon section. We just posted the first scene. I'm gonna do a weekly scene for the Patreon subscribers. So you need to take your black ass over there. Now the comic book will be done. It's 99 cents. So there's no reason why you can't do this. Then we're gonna follow it up with the Just Us League. That'll be me, Steve, Angry Man, and I'm gonna write a whole thing for that. And then Pookie Dean Williams, Steve's evil twin. I'm gonna put Pookie Dean in this next comic that got coming out. He gonna get his ass whooped in every comic though. So just know that's what's gonna happen to Steve. Cousin Pookie Dean.
Hold on, I gotta ask Steve. So y'all got a water slide, y'all got a lap pool.
Yeah, he sold out. I'm mad.
There's a jacuzzi. Is there a jacuzzi over there?
They got a little bit of everything though.
Man, yo, that is community living right there, brother.
O'Shea, do you see what's going on here? Do you see that Steve is corrupted my little brother Angry Man?
Okay.
He's corrupting him, man. I'm trying to take him to the sunken place, man. I'm trying to take Angry Man to the sunken place, man. And then about a year from now, I'm gonna talk to Angry Man. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Angry, I'm gonna be in your area." And on his YouTube, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, get them lights up, yeah, motherfuckers." But when he talk to me, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Alan, you're gonna be in my area? Don't bring any Negroes with you, please."
It's not like that, guy. I don't know what he's saying.
I'm gonna say to Alan, I'll be like, yeah, just come on by. We're gonna have blood
pate
mimosas. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But no, like, what's wrong? What's wrong with living in Steve? You live in a nice neighborhood, brother. That's nice right there. Brother, all I can say is that look, I feel you, bro. Motherfuckers try to call me bougie and shit, but I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Hey, look, man. I don't know what they talking about, dog. I just live in a small cardboard box, just trying to get by like everybody else.
But here's the thing though. I'm gonna just say this real quietly. You gotta be careful because the Negroes will get
See, I
remember. You remember that movie, The Cookout, with remember that movie, The Cookout, and Danny Glover was the neighbor, and the white lady ran in there. She was like, "Oh my God, I think some Negroes are moving in next door." Danny Glover rose up. He said, "Negroes."
You remember the video of my old house, Trash Day in the Hood, where my next door neighbor had an ATM machine that she threw away, that they threw out? Y'all remember that? Oh, I gotta show you that, dog. It's Trash Day in the Hood. It's my old neighborhood I was in.
It's just like that. I was watching the OJ documentary, and they had OJ when he first got released, and he came back to Brentwood, and he was like, "What are all these niggers doing here?" That would be Steve if he left his neighborhood for a while and came back and saw. He'd be like, "Oh my God, what are all these niggers doing here? These nigglets. I don't want them near my house."
Hey, you know
I
what?
have children. I can't have them near these victims.
I'm totally. I don't know. Hey guys, y'all are getting the wrong impression. Here you go, Angry Man. I'll send it to you privately since Alan's all getting all of me. I'm just saying about Osteen. I'm just saying that. Look, the bottom line is this: when it comes to Osteen, that y'all don't understand is that, hey man, he doesn't have to do shit. He gave y'all prayers. Y'all should be happy that he praised and anointed y'all, whatever you preachers do, and be happy about that shit. That's all I'm saying. I can't blame him or want him to do something. It's his church.
I mean, he could have at least handed out some lemon Oreo cookies. I mean, damn, that's the least.
The line was long, man. It's hard, man. The line was long with them motherfuckers, man. Shit. That was a long ass line.
Yo, shout out to my man Truth Teller real quick. I gotta shout him out.
Now or the house you was in?
Yeah, that was the old house. That was the old house. Before we was building another one.
Okay.
So the house y'all in now, you had it built?
Yeah.
Look at him trying to set out much. Yeah. We gonna.
Let me do this real quick, y'all. Hold on, man. I know you don't want to talk, but let me shout out my people that's donating in here, y'all. Let me.
All right, let's talk to the donators.
Let me shout out my man Truth Teller 410. We did a hangout, man. He did what Steve did. It was so graphic. I had to pull that shit off of YouTube, and that shit is a classic.
What did he say? What did he say?
What didn't he say? That motherfucker is crazy, dude. He is hilarious. Like, dude, he should have like 1 million subscribers. That motherfucker set it off. And I got to get him back on, dude. And you and him are the only people that I did a hangout. I had to take that shit completely off the internet. Because your slave land was. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Yes, Steve the Demon slave land. So shout out to Truth Teller. Let's kind of steer the conversation back towards
Osteen. Yeah, let's get back to Osteen. It's only got like 20 minutes.
Osteen enough, I think. But now we need to do this. We need to talk about this whole idea or perception that, because a lot of blacks were affected by being displaced, and this is a black show. It's a black community show. We talk about black people, the black community. So there was a story like Floyd Mayweather. All of a sudden, there was a story like he's going to donate $200 million of his purse to the Houston. That's not true. But do you think that athletes and black people like Floyd Mayweather, and other black people, and I asked Steve the same question, but I'm gonna ask you, Alan Roger Curry, I'm going to Angry Man. Should these people, be donating to black disasters because they have the money? Should they do it? Jay-Z, Beyonce, should they be responsible for it?
You talking to me first?
No. You've already answered that. We already know your question is.
Okay.
So I know that.
Okay.
So we're not even going. But let's ask Alan, and then we'll ask Angry Man.
Well, I don't think anybody should feel obligated to, like, I donated the other day to the American Red Cross, but I didn't do it out of obligation. It just, I mean, watching those videos, man, was genuinely breaking my heart. So I don't think any celebrity should donate anything unless it's genuinely coming from the heart, man. I mean, that was outstanding with Sandra Bullock when I saw that she donated $1 million. I mean, that's incredible. But I mean, for most of these celebrities who make these huge salaries, I mean, realistically, that's a tax. That's a write-off. That's a tax write-off when you donate, these large sums of money. Sure. So, they would be paying it to taxes anyway. But again, I don't think they should do it for publicity or obligation. I think they should do it because they genuinely want to help these people.
Okay. What about you? Angry Man, how do you feel?
They shouldn't feel obligated. They should do it if they want to do it, but they shouldn't feel like they have to do it.
Okay.
This is America. It's not like a socialist country. So,
right.
They can give it up, and like Alan said, it's definitely a tax write-off, but nobody should be like, oh, your ass is rich, so you should give up some money, nigga. Nah, that's
Okay, so let me talk to you about this, because this is very interesting. Why is it that, a lot of times, like as black people, when something like this happens, a lot of the community, we start to automatically look to, the haves and not necessarily the have-nots. We're looking at people to just hey, you guys should, should help these people out. You guys should give money. You guys should do this. You guys should do that. Jay-Z should do this. He has the money. Because we always hear that. And Dr. Boyce Watkins is one of those black people that feels like, okay, the upper black elite should bail out the rest of black people. What's the problem with that kind of thinking to you?
Well, let me say this. The problem I have is that that's my dogs. That's my
get that little ass short. That's how I knew you sold out, because you ain't got, most niggas would have a pet.
I got 2 rocks, man. Hey, look, stop. Quiet. Now look, the thing is,
what kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? Is that poodle?
A lab. Yeah.
A Labrador Retriever?
Yeah, keep taking him out. Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying is this, is that we have no right to tell other people what they should be doing with their money. What kind of fucking world are we living in that somebody can try to tell somebody else what they should be doing with their money, when the person who's even telling the people what they do with the money, what the fuck is he doing? What is he doing but with his money? But you want to tell, so that's me like saying, well, hey, Alan, you know what? You should go ahead and donate the last month of your Mo 1 books to this. Or Angry Man, you should donate your all the gear that you have to this. And O'Shea, all the bananas that you collected, you should be donating it to that.
Damn.
I had to get his ass.
That's fucked up.
Get his ass.
Oh my God.
All the bananas we collect. That's fucked up, man.
I'm gonna let him live tonight, because I've been getting his ass all week, so I'll let that slide. For the time being, I'll let it slide.
Now, O'Shea, you know what Steve just explained?
Uh-huh.
He just explained in simple terms the Republican mindset in this country. Because that's honestly how Republicans think. They like, shit, it ain't my job to help out you poor people, you disenfranchised people. That ain't my obligation. I earn my money. I should be able to do what the fuck I want to do with it. Whereas, of course, Democrats say, no, some of your money should go into programs and policies that help out people who are in need.
There you go.
And so, yeah, the average Republican ain't trying to hear that shit.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think?
Well, I think as it to give, because, money is a blessing. If you ain't struggling, now again, I would preface my comments by saying what I said when you asked me the previous question. I don't think anybody should lay a guilt trip on anybody. So I didn't know Boyce Watkins was doing that. I don't think that's not productive or beneficial when you're trying to lay guilt trips. But it's well known that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are some of the greatest philanthropists. This country is literally just hundreds of millions of dollars away to help different causes and different people. And I respect them about that. I don't think anybody laid a guilt trip on them. That's just in their heart, in their character to do that. And I think if there's more people like that, more power to them. I truly believe. Now, I just had a private conversation with Steve earlier. I mentioned karma. Steve, of course, was like, man, I don't believe in that bullshit. Good karma, bad karma. Fuck that karma shit. But I believe in karma, and I believe that when you give, it's going to come back to you 2, 3, 4, 10 times fold. So,
That's I guess.
Let me do this. So here's my position on that. And it may shock you. I actually got to say what Steve is saying. Fuck them. And this is the reason why I say that. Hold on a second. This is the reason why I say that. With black people, so what ends up happening is this. When you get like certain people like Floyd Mayweather or whatever, and then black people want to always turn to these people to bail them out. The problem is when you bail them out, they will. First of all, most of the motherfuckers will just fuck the money up. Like they're gonna do that anyway. And my position is with black people, and this is gonna be my conservative side coming out really strong. It's not anybody's job to bail you out. Black people collectively should be trying to build things and supporting each other. So when there's something like this happens, you're already preparing for things like this. Because, they let niggas know, hey, listen, man, this shit's gonna happen. Black folks, niggas know we can't swim. Hey, look, you niggas get the fuck up out of there and, certain things. But again, black people don't want to prepare for certain things like this to happen. That's why this whole survivalism thing is such an important thing. And I think really that bailing out the lower partition of Black America by blacks who have made it is a bad thing. And the reason why I think it's a bad thing is because those black people don't have no problem spending that money on Hennessy, on collard green sandwiches, whatever the fuck they want to get. And then they say, oh, I'm poor, I don't have nothing, you should help me. Because $1.4 trillion goes through the black community or black people every year with nothing to show for it. And putting another $100 million or $200 million in rebuilding what, you can build go to the Fifth Ward in Houston. You can get them Negroes $250 million. I guarantee you in 3 years, they'll look like shit again. They ain't gonna take care of the shit. That's the fucking truth.
There's I think it's what we call a proverb, but I'm sure you've heard this saying that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So along the lines of what you said, I do think brothers and sisters, figuratively speaking, need to be taught how to fish instead of expecting a fish handout. But I do think there are people in our community, man, that are genuinely behind the eighth ball, and they need not lifelong assistance, but just assistance, for those moments or phases in their life where they just, can't get it together on their own.
Okay. Let me ask Angry Man. What do you? I mean, again, I know you kind of already talked about it, but what are you thinking about what I just said?
I think you're right. I think that, there's a reason why certain people are rich and successful and have money. And it's because they've actually went through the process that you have to go through in order to become rich and successful.
Stop the show. Can you say that one more time?
There are certain people who have become rich and successful for a specific reason. They went through the process to become rich and successful, which basically includes being careful with your money and doing the things that you need to do in order to grow your money. That's the reason why, a broke person doesn't have money is because they're not good with money. Giving them money isn't going to help them. It's just going to make them good for that day or a couple of days until they're broke again.
Let me say another thing. Let's talk about if you do bail them out. Let's look at MC. You might have heard about the story about MC. I know everybody knows about this. MC Hammer. You guys heard about MC Hammer, this rise and fall?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We gotta talk about that because a lot of times, and I gotta kind of be on Steve's team, which I don't like to be on Steve's team a lot, but I got to be on this team today. I gotta be on that. Look, what is he looking like? What's wrong with you, man? You all right? What's Steve doing, man?
I think he's on his phone.
He's on his
phone.
Nigga's like, look, man, nigga, I got your $5. I will pay you next week. Just chill, dog. Chill. Listen, dog. I'm gonna pay you in collard green sandwiches. Okay, but let me do this. MC Hammer, very successful person, heart of gold, city of Oakland. He really did a whole lot, man, for that particular city. He made all that money, and he was just trying to, give back, paying niggas. And when he went broke, none of them niggas were around to give him shit.
Of course not.
We gotta talk about that. Alan Roger Curry. Do you think that it's a sad story? What happened to MC Hammer?
Well, I like the spirit that was behind what he did, but Angry on the line. I was listening to one of Angry's podcasts, and he said something I've always agreed with, which is that one of the things that can either helps your success or hurts your success is who you hang around with, who you regularly interface with. And if you interface with people who are takers, selfish takers, you know, it might make your heart feel good to get them money at the time, but the reality is in the long run, they ain't gonna be around once they can't take from you anymore. And so, yeah, MC Hammer messed up. I know what he was trying to do. You know, look like he looking out for the hood and like he hasn't forgotten anybody. But yeah, it worked against him. Plain and simple, it worked against him.
Angry Man, go ahead, weigh in on this real quick.
Oh, MC Hammer?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
It's sad. It's sad that he, you know, it's sad that they did him that way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know what his intentions were. You know what I'm saying? I know what his intentions were. And that's the sad part about gaining that level of success that quickly. You know, if you're overnight success, and I'm not saying that he was just, you know, he just came out of nowhere, but he had, you know, he was doing what he was doing. And then at one point it went from here to here. And as I'm getting, you know, older and I'm starting to gain a little bit of a certain level of success, I understand why successful people don't carry it a certain way. Like I was telling my girl the other day that I remember watching an episode of Rev Run's TV show when his daughters had went to Russell Simmons because they wanted him to invest in their sneaker company. Mm-hmm. And I remember looking at how frustrated and aggravated Russell Simmons was because he felt like they was wasting his time. And I was like, damn, that's your nieces, like you're their uncle or whatever. But now I realize why he was like that. I realize why he was like that, because when you go through the bullshit that you have to go through in order to be successful, meaning you claw your motherfucking way up out of the damn bucket that all of these crabs are in. Mm-hmm. And you finally get to a spot where you can look around and be like, I'm starting to breathe again. I'm starting to feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. The last thing you want is to have niggas coming around talking about some, hey man, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? You kind of get this cold feeling towards them like, no, motherfucker, do the same shit that I did.
Right.
Do what I did. You feel me? You're just as capable. You can do what I did. Right. But see, if I would have it would have been different for me if I was like 18 or 21. Back then, I wanted to help the whole fucking world. And what would have happened is, say I would have got $1 million or a few $1 million. Say I would have won the lottery. I would have been broke because I would have took that money and I would have been trying to help everybody I could help. And every person that came to me with their hand out, I'd have been like, sure, here you go. And before you know it, all of my money would have been gone. And all of the people who collected that fucking money, they're not going to be nowhere around, because it already happens to me. Like there's been numerous times I've been in bad shape, you know, in my lifetime. There's been numerous times that I've been in situations where I put people on and they was able to make money and do their thing or whatever. And, you know, there's been plenty of times I've helped people, let them stay in my crib and all of that shit. But a lot of times when I end up in bad shape, you know, when I was in bad shape, I couldn't think of a person I could borrow $100 from. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So that going through that experience, you know what I'm saying? It makes you understand why you got to move the way you move. That's why Jay-Z, a lot of cats, they joke about this. They say Jay-Z got a cold ass game, man, for people who know him. What they'll do is they'll call him up and he'll know they want something. And so he'll be like, he won't answer the phone. And what he'll do is he'll wait. He'll wait a certain amount of time, and then he'll call them back. Hey, yo, you called me. What's going on? What's good with you? You know what I'm saying? But by then, whatever happened and already happened. Matter of fact, my mentor used to do that. What he would do is, you know, he's a multimillionaire, but like where we worked for him, there was a lot of niggas that would constantly ask him for shit. So this is what he would do. They would come to him, they'd be like, yo, man, I want to borrow X amount of money. Can you loan it to me? He'd say, I tell you what, let's do this. Come back to me 3 days from now. And we'll talk about it. And so he'll wait, and then they come back to him 3 days, and he'd be like, you still need the money? And he'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, okay, I'll tell you what. Come holler at me Friday, and I had the money for you. He'll do that so many fucking times, and he'll make it so frustrating for you that 9 times out of 10, you'll just figure out a way without borrowing the damn money from him. And I asked him one day, because I figured that's why he was doing it. And I asked him one day, I noticed you do such and such. Why do you do that? Is that the reason why you do it? And he said, yeah. Because here's the thing. If you want some money from me, you're going to have to work for it. Because 9 times out of 10, if I loan you the money, you probably ain't never going to give it back. So I'm going to make you work for it. I want to see just how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you got to be like that, because the people who are coming to you asking you for money, the reason why they got to come to you and ask you for money is because they fucked up in the game, because they have a bad way with money. They're not going to, just because you hand them some money don't mean they're going to turn around they fucked up habits. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lose your money just like they lost their money.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let me do, before we get to Steve, and we got some new people on.
I gotta go. I got a few minutes. I got 2 minutes, so I got.
Yeah, go ahead, weigh in. Go ahead, weigh in, Steve.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. If I'm MC Hammer, I would have been like, fuck them motherfuckers. I ain't giving y'all shit. You can get dick and bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum, but you ain't getting this shit. And if y'all want to call me a sellout for making commercials and all that other shit, fuck you. That's the problem with people. Y'all too busy worrying about what the next man think about you. Just worry about counting your paper, looking at your stocks, funds, mutual funds, nest eggs, and your 401k, and stop worrying about all this other shit, man. Fuck that shit.
Yo, shout out to my man Truth14, man. Once again, hey, yo, man, hit me in the email. I got to get you on these things, man. Shout out to the Truth Teller. Got a great channel, man. He gonna light it up when he come back. But Steve, are you already go? Steve gone? So Steve,
no, I got, man,
1
minute. What's up?
Steve, go ahead and just go in on him just for 1 minute, because you know.
Going on who?
Anybody. Just the people who think that athletes should bail out the black community. Just anybody. Just talk shit. Just say something, nigga. I don't know. Say something funny.
I ain't got nothing fucking funny to say. I got real shit to fucking say. You motherfuckers need to get off your fucking poor me horses and shit and start walking upright like fucking human beings and get your ass and start working and stop
things like me. I watch the Weather Channel on a regular basis. These Negroes should have known that it was a hurricane coming. They should have been prepared for it.
You know what? I don't have to be around to hear this shit. I got shit I gotta do. Now I'm gonna send you some peach cobbler, Alan Roger Curry, Jeopardiah.
Yeah, I know you trying to make me get type 3 diabetes and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get type 3. Knock out the competition. Anyway, I just want to say to y'all in the chat room, I love y'all, but some of y'all gotta look. Stop investing in your weaves. Stop investing in your girl's weave. Take that fucking money and put that shit in stock and flip your money. Stop fucking around. It's 2017. We damn near close to 2018. And what have y'all fucking did with y'all lives? What did you say you was gonna do last year that you ain't doing right now? Now, yes, support this show absolutely. But when this show turns off, what is your plan? What do you plan on doing? How do you plan on attacking? Or do you want to just go around blaming everybody, getting on Facebook and bitching? Now, the reason I can bitch, still make money, and still talk shit to O'Shea, fucking Angry Man, and talk shit about Allen all at the same time. You guys can't. So what y'all motherfuckers got to do is get off Facebook and get on Mr. Right On and learn. Watch Shark Tank. Yeah, 5 white people and 1 black man. I know it sucks, but if you want to make money, you'll do that shit. Anyway, I'm out, peach cobbler, angry man, motherfucker, you, and you, O'Shea. I'm out this motherfucker, bitches.
You really reneging on the Christmas presents?
Man, hey, Alan, I'm going to send him some Texas trash. Hey, angry man, I got you, dog. I got you, angry man. Don't ever say I ain't got you. You're a cowboy friend. Hey, what's up, man? Man, let me get the fuck off this motherfucker. I gotta go, motherfucker. Peace.
Oh my God. You know Steve gonna call me later on tonight. He's gonna be like, now, Alan, remind me again, what is Popeyes and churches? I think I know what those are, but
oh man, you did that voice so good, man.
oh shit.
Hold on a second. We got a troll in there. I would never. Hold on, wait. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. So this guy said, I would never donate wiser than most. Stop the show real quick. Stop the show because we got a troll in here. It's pretty funny. This motherfucker said, comes in here wiser than most. I would never donate to O'Shea. I would never donate to the Mind Man. Said I would never donate to the Angry Man. Here's something I want to talk to you, player. I just want to ask you a question. Just one question. Why the fuck you in here then? I just want to, let me stop the show real quick.
Because trolls are trying to find a fucking bridge. That's why.
Let me tell you something. Now, it's a lot. To be honest, it's a lot of you niggas who would never donate in here. I know it because about maybe every fucking podcast, about 8 or 9 people donate. Something like that, between 9 and 10. So it'd be like 179 of you motherfuckers that be watching and don't donate. That's cool. But the motherfucker don't come in and say, I would never do. What's the point, nigga? Like, do you not have nothing to stick in your ass tonight? I mean, ain't no barbecue rib you can just put in your own booty. Do something with your life, nigga. All right, stop the show. Listen, everybody, we got a great show tonight. Thank you for those niggas who just like to listen. Black American Expat, that's my homie out in the Philippines, bro. You got to hit me so we can do another show. Black American Expat Powers. He's my Patreon. I donate to him also. Check that channel out. That channel is a big channel right there. It's going to do great things. Still growing. Everybody like the video. Before we get into some of the new people, need you niggas to drop your emails, right? How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours. It's a good ebook. It ain't on the Alan Roger Curry writing level yet, but it's some free shit. And it'll bring more you niggas to come to the site. You can learn about Alan Roger Curry and buy his shit. Okay? So that's what the free ebook does. It gets you subscribed to the site, and every Monday you see Alan Roger Curry's article, like, oh shit, this nigga can write. What the fuck? And then you buy all his shit, right? That's how it works. We get you in there for free, you buy his shit. Okay?
I would love for
I
it
need
to
you
work
to drop
like
your
that.
emails, right? Because we want to get all you brothers to the site, to the Negro Manosphere. Got good news. I checked the Alexa ranking. We are now ranked like 28,500 in Nigeria. Now that's huge.
Woohoo!
That's
Congratulations.
huge, right? Yeah, that's huge considering that Nigeria has like 200 million people and like 1 billion websites, and we get more traffic in Nigeria than we probably get in the United States. So it's a big thing, right? So shout out to you brothers in Africa, reading the shit and everything like that. So drop your emails. Keep the likes coming. Let me go to Officer Faulkner, and then we're going to go to Prophet of Thought series. Officer Faulkner, what's going on, man?
What's up? I'm just multitasking over here, smoking some fine cigars, drinking some cognac and busting somebody's ass online on Madden. Already got like 150 rushing yards, and it's only the third quarter.
That nigga playing an 8-year-old.
Probably. Shit, I could play. Shit, I'll take the victory. I ain't shit.
Nigga running the same play. Halfback toss. Switch sides. Left, right. Left, right. Have you heard about this whole Joel Osteen thing?
Yeah, I've been hearing different things about it. Like one time I tried to say his church is flooded. Then they said he's not trying to open up his fucking... See, that's what happens when you look for somebody else other than your own to take care of you in the worst times of need. When you don't establish yourself as your own rescue mission, that's like, I'm waiting. If a motherfucker comes to your house, kicking the door, trying to rob and rape your family, and you're gonna dial the police instead of fucking shooting him, your damn self. Take care of yourself. What contingency plans did you have set up? and most black people don't have it. We don't put ourselves in a position where if an emergency happens, we can't help each other. We can't give any assistance.
Right.
It's the same thing, like I said in the chat, about a lot of drug dealers you find that end up being homicide victims. The fucked up part about it is how many of these dudes out there, trap and do all the shit that they want, but if they die, they don't even have an insurance policy.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Very true. Very true. So do you think, what would I know Jamal Harrison Bryant is out there in Baltimore. What would he do?
That nigga. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta take Steve's place, but man, fuck him.
Do you know who Jamal Harrison
every time somebody fucking brings his name up, it could be my grandmother. My reaction is like, fuck him. I could be on the moon. Fuck him.
Have you heard Jamal Harrison Bryant, Alan?
Oh, of course. That's the one who said these hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah, that's he preached that.
Yeah,
shit.
he would know because that's all he messed with was a bunch of hoes. Fucking toothpaste nigga.
So let me ask you this.
But shit, that's a nigga.
But let me ask you this: do you think that if something like this happened in Baltimore, would Jamal Harrison Bryant open his church?
If you're pretty. If you got a fat ass, he would. I mean, you asked.
That's cool.
Not as cold as this fucking car yet.
Oh my God. Okay. So let me do this. Let me get to Prophet of Thought series. Prophet of Thought, man, welcome to the show. Glad to have you. Second night on the row. I had you on the other channel. Unmute yourself, man. Okay, you good.
What's good? What's good, panel?
What's good?
What's going
What's
on?
happening?
What's good, brother Xavier?
What's going on, brother Valdez? Brother Faulkner, man. It's been a while, brother. How you?
I'm jovial. How are you doing, man?
You know, same old shit, different old day,
Pretty
But
much.
I was talking to my lady. I was talking to her days ago about Joel Osteen and Jakes and all those big time Texas hipper Christians out there. I knew they would turn their backs on their parishioners. I'm telling you. And some of those people who knocking on Joel Osteen's door are people who are in his congregation. That's the sad thing. Those are the same people who sat up there, paid their tithes, they put money in their collection plate. They come to both services that he had because he has 2 or 3 a day on Sunday. And guess what? When they knocked on that door, nobody opened it. Because they're nothing but hipper Christians, man. They're hipper Christians, man.
What is it? Okay, what is a hipper Christian though? Can you explain that?
I can give you my definition of a hipper Christian. My definition of a hipper Christian is a person who preaches and talks and thumps the Bible and talks about all biblical principles, but when it comes time to enact those principles, they do the exact opposite. Everything they tell you to do, they're not doing it. Everything they tell you not to do, they're doing that shit all the time. They're hipper Christians, man. They're hipper Christians.
Okay, let me ask you this though, right? Because here's the thing. There's some YouTubers who were hippo YouTubers, but I ain't gonna call their name. They say black men are apathetic, and look, hold on. Let me stop the show. I gotta be nasty, man. I know Angry Man. He must be playing some kind of Madden on the damn motherfucking video game.
No, I'm looking at this damn. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna just say this before you go into that. Somebody sent me a video. It's a video of Floyd Mayweather going to the bank and getting a shitload of money out of the bank. I'm talking about blocks of it and putting it in his trunk. He got his little homeboys with him so he don't get robbed and shit. And then the next video is him having a private party where he's just throwing money in the air. And let me just say this. I don't call black people monkeys. but that nigga, is a damn monkey. I don't care. Like that nigga acts a damn fool. And let me tell you something. For everybody that's on my Facebook page, any of you posting that bullshit about that nigga like he's the greatest, I will excommunicate your ass. You will get out of my Facebook page.
Angry, hey, angry man. You and I are both big boxing and combat sports fans, right?
Yeah.
I got about 10 motherfuckers on the back of my damn head who's a better boxer than him. So you're talking about this motherfucker got a legitimate 50-0. For all you ignorant motherfuckers who don't know shit about boxing, yeah, I channeled my inner Roger Mayweather. You don't know shit about boxing. What about Julio Chavez when he was 89-0 before his first loss?
Yeah,
that's true.
Ray
That's
Robinson, 110-1. What about like you really? This motherfucker is the greatest fucking magician since David fucking Copperfield.
And back then, it was like 85 rounds and shit. With Ian Sugar Ray had that perm, nigga. I remember when he damn near sweated out in New York in Yankee Stadium with that perm. Nigga just gave up. It was like 27 rounds.
That nigga's magic.
This is the most amazing shit with Mayweather. He convinced you that this is going to be the fight of the decade. Motherfucker usually fights MMA. You took away all his weapons that he usually fights with, and you said this is the fight of the year, and he's a celebrated 50-0. See, that's the fucked up part about people who don't study history, man.
Oh, I gotta say this because my man High Def is in the chat room, and he's a big Mayweather fan, and he always try to give me a hard time about that nigga. So I just gotta say this because he said money is a great fighter. All right, check this out. All boxers in history have nicknames. Mike Tyson's was Iron Mike because the nigga hit hard. You got Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. You got the Brown Bomb. You got all these nicknames. When it came time for Mayweather to come up with his nickname, the nigga said, well, I make money, so I'm going to call myself Floyd Money Mayweather. That's all you can come up with, money. But anyway, let me get back to, so who were you talking about specifically, O'Shea, that's a hipper YouTuber?
I mean, I'm going to just, I'm going to give you some hints.
Oh, boy.
Boy. He's in Black YouTube purgatory right now.
I know exactly who you. Well, no, wait a minute. Let me back up because there's a few niggas in Black YouTube purgatory.
But he was like, you ever heard that story about? I don't know if it's true in the Bible, but like there was the devil was once in heaven, and he did some shit and got kicked out.
Yeah.
So now you know who I'm really talking about. Like,
yeah.
You work with the cool niggas, and then you got booted. Okay, so. This particular person, he mentioned your name.
What'd he say about me?
He says there's a particular YouTuber that you're cool with.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm not saying y'all niggas cool. I don't really know the whole thing, but you did a hangout with him and another person with the weave that's very popular.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
So this particular person, so he's saying that. And like he does, try to get people into his fuckery. He says he wants to battle this YouTuber on your platform because you and him are cool. I could swore on your last rant, you was like, me and that nigga ain't cool. But he's been asking for 300 Patreons for a year. And he says, me and Angry Man are or not best friends. Me and Angry Man are good friends. I'm thinking to myself, that nigga don't fuck with you, nigga. Like, how do you make it up in your mind?
Well, see,
that you are friends with niggas who don't fuck with your dusty ass.
Well, see, it's people don't understand when they fall out of favor. They don't understand, and it's his fault that he fell out of favor because, and I said it on a damn live stream. The only reason he fell out of favor is because if you remember, O'Shea, because you were part of that hangout. I'm pretty sure Alan saw it. BGS hosted that hangout. He asked all of us to come there, settle our differences, and move on. He was on the hangout. He agreed to everything. You remember?
Yeah, of course.
He agreed to everything. And after that, he was back in the fold. He was back in the mix with everybody, and he was going hard. Yeah, the manosphere, he was going hard.
Yep.
He was all for it. And it made me feel like, okay, I know the only reason you got cool with everybody is because it was hurting your brand. It was hurting what you were doing. You was in a little purgatory area. You couldn't do nothing. So that's why you did that. And his shit started going back up again. But then he just decides to jump out the window again with, one of the panelists here. I'm not going to go into all of it, but he jumps out the window again. And it's like, I can't respect that. I can't respect it. And the reason why I can't respect it is because when I first fell out with him and said I won't go rock with him no more, the dude he's beefing with now hit me up and was like, yo, man, why y'all brothers beefing, man? Y'all go ahead and settle that.
Right.
So for a dude to defend you and then you right after that, you start to shit on that dude, like I can't respect that in no way, shape, or form. So now it's like you had your spot. You're the one that decided to give it up, So yeah, I ain't
Now,
too much
O'Shea,
to say.
you know when I earned the most respect for Angry Man?
When
He did a show.
What did I do?
I ain't gonna mention the brother who we all talking about, who we know we're talking about. But Angry Man did a show called The Facts About, I'll say that nigga. The Facts About That Nigga. And I listened to Angry Man. This motherfucker was so meticulously thorough. He was like, yeah, you gonna talk shit to me? On October 23rd at 12:01 p.m., you sent me this email. And you said blah, 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 blah. Then on November 2nd at 8:42 and 31 seconds p.m., you sent me this text message. I dare you to say you didn't. I was like, damn, he's all specific and shit.
That sounds like a police report. God damn, we hired.
Nah, because you know what? I
And
said
Valdez had the audio too. He had the audio.
Yeah, I had the audio of what he said.
It's crazy.
But see, you know what? All I was doing, because I hadn't done shit to him. I hadn't done nothing to him. And I was just sitting back, listening, and filing my paperwork. So I was just sitting back.
That nigga never made a response video to that. He won't touch that video.
Nah, he didn't respond to that.
He ain't never touch that one.
He didn't respond to that video. But it solidified everything I was talking about,
So now he's trying to get you in the mix because now this other person I don't care for, that who I'm talking about. I don't care for that person. But here we go again, starting random beefs with people and wanting to debate them. People who are not even thinking about you because you're in YouTube purgatory. Black YouTube purgatory. Let me just start trying to debate. It's something about a nigga that always wanting to debate people, and they try to throw your name in it. Like, I'll debate him because I'm angry. I can debate him on Angry Man's platform. Nigga, Angry Man don't want you on his platform. You sorry, motherfucker.
But see, here's the thing that he don't realize. And this is even before he got put in purgatory. That particular individual that he wants to debate, he's told me over the telephone in no uncertain terms, I will never get on his platform. He will never be on my I will never be on a platform with that dude ever, because I'm not thinking about him. Like, he said it literally. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it is, it's like you're sitting back and you're wanting to engage, because really, what is a debate? A debate, regardless of whether it's a debate or not, is a collaboration.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You want to be on that person's platform for whatever reason. You feel what I'm saying? And what you don't realize is how you get on other people's platform is you make awesome content. And sooner or later, they'll invite you on their platform for whatever reason. But you can't get invited on a platform if you just being, disagreeable just for the purpose of being disagreeable. Like, I don't know. That's very true.
Let me do this real quick. Alan Roger. I mean, we're gonna get to Mr. Black and Charles. Let me use the Alan Roger Curry. How do you feel about the fact that this guy is in YouTube purgatory, and he's still going after people. Now he's going after, and you notice whenever he goes after people, they're always like, he always goes after. You notice this about this dude? He always goes after the dudes who you would be considered ladies' men. I noticed it. Stop the show real quick. So I just noticed this real quick. He goes after Alan Roger Curry. He goes after this guy and Derek Jackson. Now, here are three dudes that women probably no homo, but when I've seen Alan Roger Curry's comment section. I've seen those guys. These are dudes that women like. He don't really spend too much time going after me because I'm uglier than a motherfucker, so he don't fuck with me like that. But when it comes to Alan Roger Curry and the other guy and Derek Jackson, notice he goes after, women that have some popularity or good-looking men. I've never seen him pick a debate or argument with an ugly motherfucker, ever. You guys notice that shit? Think about it. And he will only really talk to me if I keep fucking with him enough, and then he'll say something like basically what he does to Alan Roger Curry is what I do to him. And after I make about a few videos to him, and his fans keep, saying, hey, you got to say something, he'll say something. But you notice that he will only talk about dudes and go after dudes that get women. Your thoughts, Alan? Well,
the problem I find with him, and I've said it before on your show, and which would lead me, of course, to another compliment of you and Angry and maybe some of the other guys on this panel. But you and Angry Man are guys that, like O'Shea, I tease you. You can start a show and you'd be like, yes, this is O'Shea, and today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't wear white socks with a dark suit. White sock with a dark suit. And then a half hour in, he'd be like, because it looks stupid, Calypso Oregon. It looks stupid when you get white socks and a navy blue suit. The shit just does not fly. And Angry Man, again, he be talking about shit. I just be like, damn. What does Angry Man get this shit? He'd be like, hey, man, y'all niggas don't know who started 18th century art. I know who started 18th century art. Do not fuck with me when I'm talking about 18th century art. So y'all get this diverse topics that y'all can talk about anything, and y'all have like 300, 400 people in your super chat. What are you talking about? Let's just be real, man. He's a one-note dude, man. If he don't talk about other people, create drama with other people, try to draw them into some arguments, nobody listens to him. They just don't. That's the only time he can get people to pay attention to him is if he grabs the name of some other YouTube personality and tries to draw them into shit. And it took me a while to realize that, but once I did, among the other reasons I've already stated why I wanted to disassociate, that's when that contributed to why I told him, I said, hey man, I don't really want you endorsing or promote my books no more, man. And I don't want to enter into any future business collaborations with you. Not that we had any official already.
Because the nigga broke. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's crazy.
You can't do business with a motherfucker that's broken, ain't got no money, ain't trying to give no money to nobody. Motherfucker can't even afford to do no goddamn t-shirt. That nigga, you are a fucking joke, clown. Nigga.
Wow.
Don't get O'Shea started, man.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You manosphere minor niggas. Let me tell you niggas something. You second, third string niggas. All you third string manosphere, all you punk motherfuckers kick it together and shit. All you motherfuckers sit there sucking each other's dicks all day. I see the little formations and alliances talent bitch ass niggas is making. You motherfuckers suck. You motherfuckers are no talent, and you lazy, and you garbage, and you niggas ain't gonna be shit. Your daddy wasn't shit, and your great granddaddy in slave land with Steve Dean Williams wasn't shit. And all you motherfuckers around here watching Angry Man and Alan Roger Curry and shit move up in the motherfucking world, watching Officer Faulkner probably got more subscribers than you niggas. He ain't got no goddamn channel, and more motherfuckers know him than they know your sorry ass. All right, I'm sorry.
But hold on.
non-manosphere ass nigga. I cannot stand no manosphere minor motherfuckers.
Damn,
Manosphere minor. Ain't that a song that Beethoven did? Something in C minor. That's what you Beethoven manosphere minor. That's y'all theme song and shit. That's what I'm gonna say when I'm talking about that nigga. I ain't gonna call him his name. No, not the voice of the every. I'm gonna say that's him.
Look, I didn't see the video. I didn't see the video that he did that everybody was talking about. I wish I could have seen it, but I didn't see it. The video that he did where he said he was gonna quit because he wasn't getting enough. He wasn't getting enough Patreons or something like that. And then in addition to that, he was saying that he was behind in his bills like $1,000 and he needed money for his phone bill. I didn't see that video, but what disturbed me about that video is, you know, I'm not that age, you know, I'm younger than him, but if I was a person who been a whatever, I'm not gonna say it because if I start saying specific stuff, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But the audience will know exactly what I'm talking about. But if I worked somewhere for X amount of years, retired from that, still get money, never been married, never had no kids, I doubt if I would have trouble paying a phone bill. That's just me. Like right now, I got 3 phone bills. I got my phone bill and I got my 2 oldest sons' phone bills. So I'm like I don't understand that. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, was he just saying it just to get people to donate, or was it real? I don't understand.
And I know we gotta get off the subject, but some of you niggas niggas try to clown the black manosphere, saying the black manosphere needs training. Let's stop the show real quick, and we're gonna get on to the next topic. When you say the black manosphere needs training, and the first thing is, because to me, I'm gonna say this, and I learned this indirectly from Alan Roger Curry, because he don't really tell me what to do, but I study him, study his light-skinned ass pretty good. And what I notice is, well, not only does Alan Roger Curry now have more Patreons than this guy does. I mean, now that's funny. How long you had your Patreon, Alan?
I gotta go look. Hold on, I gotta go look.
I started my Patreon in late April.
Hold on, I gotta go look.
So you're doing more. Okay, so here's the thing. You said the manosphere is needs training. Well, one thing I learned about Alan Roger Curry is in order to get a lot of respect, you can't just be the manosphere on YouTube. Everything, the war of ideas is won and fought on paper. That's what I know. I know that now from being a blog, seeing the blog, and I'm actually start writing again myself. This dude was in the white manosphere for 7 years around all these people, and you don't know how to put together a blog? I mean, that's just dumb. That's like kicking it with LeBron James every day, and you can't do a layup. How did that happen? Yeah, I mean, not only is that stupidity, but then you are around those people to have that infrastructure of how to run a website, and then you can't do it. You can't reciprocate it. So what did you learn? It's bad to be stupid. It's bad to be old. It's worse to be old and stupid. That's what I mean.
Old and stupid.
And to be broke at the same time. Old, stupid, and broke, and can't make friends. Jesus, pick a struggle, nigga. See, at me, Jesus said, okay, he's ugly. Another black spirit. But I'm gonna make that motherfucker funny. I'm gonna make him have a witty personality, and I'm gonna let him be able to work with motherfuckers. I can't always give him so many struggles, and you know what I'm saying? I can't. They say in the Bible, God will not give you more than you can fucking bear. Hallelujah. Somebody get on the organ, clip the organ. He won't give you more than you can bear. I got this fucking t-shirt that like it's thing, but it's not. I'm a fucked up nigga. You know, I got a lot of fucked up, but God didn't give me so many struggles. It seemed like when he made that nigga, when God made him, he just said, you know what? Let me multiply his struggles all at the same time and just make him.
That nigga said, pick a struggle.
When he made in the Manosphere Minor,
a week.
God just gave these niggas all the struggles at one time. They just multiply. It's like having everybody, a part of your body got cancer, and they just, whoop, here you go. Motherfucker got cancer, no arms, no knuckles, no kneecaps. And you tell a motherfucker to walk somewhere. You be like, nigga, how I got no legs? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know you're gonna get a clap back off of this one, old DJ. You know you're gonna get a clap back on this one. You're gonna get a clap back off of this one.
Niggas.
Oh my God.
A clap.
Hey, O'Shea, I gotta bounce, but I want to say this is my last thought on that subject. One thing I think this, as you call him, doo-doo-doo. One problem I find that this brother has, he confuses knowledge with intelligence.
Hallelujah.
And for those in the chat room who don't understand the distinction, intelligence is actually how you apply knowledge. More specifically, how you apply it to improve the quality of your life or to help you survive better. He likes to throw out how much knowledge he has, which he seems to have a lot of because he seems like he's well-read and pays attention to a lot of research that maybe the average brother doesn't. But the reality is, as you've pointed out or alluded to many times, O'Shea, he has not used the knowledge he's absorbed to, in a practical way, significantly improve his life.
Dumb.
And I think he's frustrated over that. He's like bitter about that. He lashes out at everybody and it seems like he's directing his bitterness at everybody else. But I get the impression he's bitter about his own failure to realize his full potential.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
I think
powerful statement. That's a very powerful statement, man. ARC.
and
Very powerful.
I want to add to that too. Also, I think the reason he goes after brothers who he feel like hit the licks on the women easy is because he's picked another bad struggle. You know what I mean? Like he chose to be a hedonist when you don't have no money, you owe, and you can't be a hedonist with that many struggles, man. Like, it don't work.
How you be a struggle hedonist?
How you be a hedonist if you broke, like, and you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand a hedonistic Derek Jackson. I can understand that. Even I'm not saying that he is one, but I can understand him doing that. I can even understand Angel Ramirez being a hedonist. He probably can get away with it 100 times out of, you know what I mean, out of 99. But when you old, you broke, you don't have anything going for you, and then you preaching hedonism, bro, that's an automatic L.
You know what?
Maybe Dusty. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Yeah, well, see, you know, the brother, he prides himself on empirical evidence. So
Don't call him brother. Call him nigga.
So when I did that video, I made sure that the video was filled with empirical evidence, and that kind of killed that whole thing. That killed that whole because there was no response for that. There's no response for that. It's just like the other dude that was beefing with me. He couldn't respond either because I told him, I said, well, you know what, brother, I don't believe you. I don't believe you're as tough as you are. I won't respond to you until you put the shades back on. He ain't put them back on yet. He still make videos, but he ain't put them back on yet. You got to put the shades and the leather jacket back on, brother.
The Manosphere Minor, nigga.
It's the Manosphere
Minor. When you see him, you go doo 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 doo. Okay. Let me. Al, I know you gotta go, man. But I know you're gonna stay around as long as we roasting doo doo doo.
See, that's why I've been hesitating because I told you I was gonna bounce a while back, but once you went there, man, I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, man, I'm gonna leave. He's like, Well,
I gotta stay off of this shit.
On this actual topic here. Yeah, I actually agree with that, O'Shane, because I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna get back to the real topic of the show and shit. So let me do this, man. Alan, I know you gotta go. You probably got about 45 women waiting for you to talk to me.
I'm great bounce, man. So
the central earlobe.
Hey man, it was a pleasure, man. I loved roasting Steve while he was on here, man. I never get tired of roasting that nigga. He talking about he's sending me some lemon Oreo cookies, man. I'm like, dude, I got type 2 diabetes, man. What are you sending me that shit for?
Steve, by far, is the most interesting motherfucker I've ever met in my entire. I've never met a person that's just as fucked up as he is. Like seriously, he's just. You never know what you go. He's such an interesting person, dude. Like I'm like fantasize with how fucked up he is. You know what I mean? You know you want him. You cool with him.
Before I go, Brother Faulkner,
fucked up, but you still cool with him anyway. That's Steve.
Brother Faulkner, were you watching the show when Steve says slave land to O'Shea?
Oh, he was on that show. He got cussed out.
I thought that was the next show.
Oh, was it the next show? No, I think he got cussed out on the Slave Land show.
Yeah, I think that was the next show.
Nah,
man, I'm sorry you had to remove that motherfucker, dude. Because, dude, that might be the funniest shit I've ever seen on your show, dude.
Slave Land? Oh yeah, niggas still talking about that shit.
I gotta say this before Brother Curry get off the line. I was watching his stuff a while back, and he was talking about, I guess a little bit of beef that he got with the brothers. And he said that, he said something, man. I laughed about that shit for 10 minutes. He said, you can't expect to get a dime when you working as a cashier at McDonald's and 8 rotten teeth in the front of your damn mouth. When he said that shit, man, I had to get away from the damn computer, man. I laughed at that shit for like 10 damn minutes, man. I mean, I watched that video like 2-3 times, man, just to laugh at that little part.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. I watch your content, man, and I'm a married brother, and I watch your content, and I didn't even know who you were. You know, I saw you through someone else, so I didn't know who you were, but I still watch your stuff, man. You know, and your stuff just.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
Even when you serious, I still be laughing.
He said even when you serious.
Even when you talking serious, I still be laughing. So that's good shit. You know what I'm saying?
To LinkedIn on here, who is the angry man using? Y'all are some funny niggas, man. And you know what's so funny? You know you gotta be a bitch made nigga when you afraid to show who you are talking shit while you're on the internet. Mm-hmm. Like you do know that I can't reach through the computer and grab you, even if you got your picture up there. You notice the only niggas who talk shit about me never have a fucking profile picture. They be like,
you go to their channel, they don't even have any subscribers or anything. You know, it's just a blank silhouette, you know, 0 subscribers. They just made the channel like 20 minutes ago.
Which lets me know that it's niggas who have regular profiles, but they go make bullshit profiles so they can talk shit anonymously.
Well, you got to understand something. There's not too many real men out there who's going to, and I love the shirt, by the way, the Daily Bugle. There's not a lot of out there who's going to talk their shit. Like when me and Steve were talking shit to each other, I was laughing, typing at a computer. It took me an hour to type up 2 paragraphs because I was.
Steve is crazy, dude. Steve is crazy.
Like I told Steve, and the one thing I respect about Steve, because he's an old soldier like me, we go to talk our shit, we go to yell our shit, and if we were in person, we probably fight it out. But then 30 minutes later, we out getting drinks. That's how the old army way is. It built men and it built character. If you're going to talk your shit and feel as though that somebody's is against you, guess what? Stand up for your shit. Just like when he was like, man, fuck you. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. And I loved it. Why? Because guess what? Me and my closest friends of the last 21 years, that's what we do all the time. That's why when somebody was like, oh, he was rude to you, I never took offense because I'm used to it. That's how me and my friends are. That's how men are for a lot of people who don't understand manhood and don't understand friendship. I love Steve. If Steve needed me right now and said, hey, I got 50 motherfuckers with him, hey, we back to back. But a lot of people don't have that kind of camaraderie when it comes to manhood. They do shit behind the scenes. And I never understood that shit. Be a man about your shit.
All right, so
Yep.
okay, so check this out. So I see the conversation that's going on. Everybody, the mods are deleting the conversation, but I still see the conversations going on. So basically, what they're trying to say, these little troll motherfuckers, is that I'm using O'Shea. What? Now let me just ask O'Shea for a second. O'Shea,
Huh?
did I ask you to be on the Brother Pill, or did you ask
Hell
me?
no, you never asked me to be on this shit.
See, this is the funny thing about niggas who in the fucking chat room running their fucking mouth. And then they said something about, they said, what else did they say? It's like, yeah, I agree. Angry Man is using O'Shea. I don't know how I'm using you, but some kind of way I'm using you. And they're like, yeah, man, Angry Man is mad because everybody can see through him. You can see through me. Okay, what do you see through me? What do you see, nigga? Like, here's the thing that you little clown ass trolls don't realize. The thing about being a fake motherfucker is you can't do it for a very long time. If you putting on airs and you putting on a front, sooner or later people gonna see you for who you really are. So what is it? I'm going on 2 years now of being me and doing me. So what are you even talking about, motherfuckers? And better yet, let me ask you this. I'm using him for his platform. So let me ask you this, dumbass niggas. Why the fuck do I advertise the Negro Manosphere on my website
For free.
I never asked O'Shea no money. And then on top of that, I know right now I could tell O'Shea, I could say, O'Shea, I'm gonna write 4 articles for the Negro Manosphere this month. And I know for a fact O'Shea will be like, okay, and he'll send me the money the same day. So if I was really using him, why wouldn't I do all of that? Why wouldn't I capitalize on it? Y'all niggas, y'all got fucked up ass logic.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's really crazy, brothers? Even if you are, what the hell do they care? What do they care? Even if you are, so what? Maybe they should be trying to use them so they can get some notoriety, because obviously that's what the hell they want. Obviously that's what they want. So I mean, even if you are, what the hell do they care? What do they care? If you don't like the fact that this is going on, go flip off the damn channel. Go watch something else. I mean,
let me make it clear.
Bugs me out about people, man.
We're gonna talk about networking right now. Let me just say this real quick, and we're gonna talk about network. I'll start with you, PLT. Then we're gonna go to Mr. Black, and we go to Charles, and back to Angry Man. Let me guys tell you something. Do you guys know who is responsible for that? Even the term, the Black Manosphere. Do you even know who's responsible for that shit? You look at the guy right there, the light-skinned guy with the glasses. Yeah, and he's the one that organized people to do what people were doing. I play my role in it. Don't get me wrong. I have I'll tell you what Angry Man is like. If you read the Bible, you know that Peter is responsible for being the person who started Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say the person who started the shit is Peter. I'm like Paul. I'm taking this shit to other motherfucking places that niggas didn't know about, like Nigeria and shit. That's me. I'm the Paul. But the Pope is Angry Man. He's the first person. I'm like Paul.
Well, to me, I'm not even going front. I'm not even going front. I do use brothers' platforms to get more exposure on my shit. So I guess that's
what you're supposed to do.
You know,
see,
I do use the brother stuff to get more exposure for my shit. So
you're supposed to do that.
You don't like me either, but I don't give a damn.
But see, here's the thing. This is why they have a problem with this. This is why they have a problem.
He's trolling in here.
They have a problem with this because O'Shea has more subscribers. So the way their limited intelligence works is they say, okay, O'Shea has more subscribers, so O'Shea is the head honcho, or he in the panel, he's the big man. See, most black people have a big man complex. So they have to look at everybody and they say, okay, who's the, especially because most of these people in here, they definitely got to be beta males because they're trying to figure out who's the top dude. So if they look at O'Shea and say, okay, O'Shea's the top dude, everybody else must be using O'Shea. So that's their thought process. What they don't understand is that the entire black manosphere, those of us who work well together, the reason why we're still relevant is because we collaborate with each other. It's because we do videos together. It's because we do different ventures together. And then on top of that, a lot of us talk and strategize behind the damn scenes, but you wouldn't know that because you a bunch of bum ass, very white face looking ass motherfuckers. Clown ass niggas.
Yeah, well, see, a lot of people don't know that, you know, a lot of us, we have each other's phone numbers, you know, we call each other, we BS with each other. You know, we're not just connected on YouTube, we're connected because of YouTube, but we're connected beyond YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We have each other's phone numbers. We talk on the phone. We call each other. You know, we do all this kind of stuff. People look at YouTube as if it's this gathering place where only, you know, certain people can talk and gather. And after that, everybody just goes home. We're not really that familiar with each other. Because I look at Brother Valdez. I mean, me and Brother Valdez, man, I've been fucking with Valdez for a minute. Valdez has been on my platform. I've been on his radio shows. We've talked on the phone. You know, I've called him, you know, while he was doing the show. And you remember when I called you that day? You was like, people thought you was doing the Dr. Umar. He was like,
they thought I was.
They think I'm playing, man. They don't know you really on the phone. So, you know, I mean,
it was like he ain't really on the phone.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, doing the Dr. Umar.
Man.
So,
man.
You know, people don't know that stuff, it doesn't go, they don't know that kind of stuff goes on. So automatically they think the only time we are around each other, the only time we're speaking with each other is through, you know, the YouTube channel. So, you know, people have small minds. So, you know, when you got a small mind, you have a tendency to think small. So, you know, a lot of people think small.
I want to get to Mr. Black because you know, I have to give people time to talk. Mr. Black, just on taking the conversation to another level. Why can't, you know, because I actually like to see black men working together, and a lot of people have a problem with that. What is different about this side of the manosphere? Because you've been on YouTube longer than me. What is different that you see about us over here versus the other black male YouTubers you see? Like, you know, I ain't gonna call no names, but you know what I'm talking about. What's different between what you see over on this side of YouTube than any other parts of YouTube?
Honestly, I see a platform for more long-term growth. Over there, I see more of what I would say fad type of YouTube growth. The thing about networking that's so important is when you can network properly, from my experience, just in my real life, you can build. See, everybody is faddish. Everything. O'Shea may be a fad for now. Angry Man may be a fad for now. But if Angry Man is networked, when his fad is down, he can still link up with an O'Shea or vice versa, and they can continue to build, and it continues to grow, whether you own or you off. And see, that's what networking, from my experience, does. You know what I mean? Like, but when you ain't network with nobody, you don't have that type of that's another difference between people who put together long-term wealth too. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can network, you position yourself to be able to eat longer, opposed to when you try to do everything on your own and you try to just, you know, block people out. You just set yourself up to be on an island, and whenever your gravy train stop flowing, you go hungry and you starve to death and die. But when you network, you're gonna always have some type of flow that you can grab onto and eat. Straight up.
Let me just say this real quick. I'm gonna go to Faulkner. I know a lot of you Negroes, y'all hate to see what's going on over here. I know y'all do. I know y'all don't like it. I know you niggas, but I know a lot of you niggas is mad. I know that you don't like. I know you don't like it. I know that you don't. But you know, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. And I ain't gonna stay on the long past 10 more minutes because we already, you know, we will end it in a few minutes. But what you guys see over here, you know, I don't, you know, just, and you guys got to get this. Y'all not used to seeing like black men like actually doing something like trying to, you know, be positive on the same level. Y'all not used to seeing that shit. You know what I mean? Y'all not used to seeing what you call infrastructure being taken care of. Y'all don't like that. A lot of you niggas don't like y'all don't like to see, you know, niggas selling t-shirts and shit, niggas using OBS and niggas, you know, having angry tanks and, you know, niggas having websites and comics and shit like y'all don't that's foreign to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's foreign to y'all. It's foreign to y'all. You know what I mean? It's foreign. I understand it's foreign because you can't see yourself doing that for other black people or with other black men because it's foreign to you. But don't you know that other groups of people do this all the time? You know, I got a comic coming out in 21 days. Now, Marvel starts from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, right? Now, why the fuck we ain't got no Marvel? Why we don't have no? And the reason why we don't have it is because people don't see that you can actually do shit like this with networking with people. You know, so that's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Faulkner.
Why we don't have a Marvel is because number one, like Angry Man talked about, is because we have a shame of geek culture in the black community. It's because we have a lot of creative brothers and sisters out there in the black community. When we come together, what do we usually do? As black people, you got to think about it. We're very narrow-minded. We don't want everybody to understand our plight, but if you get a black person who's a little bit different, who's a little bit more creative, we got plenty of black brothers and sisters on my Facebook who can do just as good, if not better, than some of the artists at Marvel and DC. We can put together studios, but guess what? Like you and Angry Man said, the white man's ice is always colder.
Hello.
We don't believe that we have the talent and the talent pool to draw from these young brothers and sisters to say, you know what? You a great artist. You know what? I'm gonna sponsor you. Anytime you need a fucking pencil, come to me. Anytime you need a sheet of paper or an iPad, come to me. You know why? That's the reason why we don't build loyalty in the black community, because we don't sponsor our own. That's why we don't have our own Marvel and DC. Guess what? The comic book you have, guess what? Why don't more black people sponsor it? You can get an artist and a writer to come up with more concepts for you. There's plenty of black people out there who can do it for you and who's willing. Give some of these teenagers who a chance, who are great natural artists.
Right.
I'm done with that one.
All right,
Yeah, brother
go
O'Shea.
ahead. Yeah.
Send me if you can send me a JPEG image of your comic character. Send me a JPEG image of it, and you know I can turn that shit into I can turn it into a 3D image, but I have to convert it to SVG. So I need the JPEG image so I can convert it. And what I'll do is I'll make a SVG is a scalable vector graphic, and I can turn it into a 3D image, and I'll send it back to you, and you tell me what you think of it.
Okay, I'll send it to you right now.
Send me a JPEG image. I'll convert it for you.
As a matter of fact, OJ, I'm gonna go to one of my Facebook friends because we have a post called Black Artists and Writers, you know, a group, and I'm gonna try to get you one of the young brothers who's a fantastic artist, and I'm gonna link him to you, and I'm gonna see if I can link him to you, and you could talk to him on whatever way you got it.
Okay, damn it. Okay, well, go ahead and do that to me. Give that to me, man. There's so many trolls on this goddamn video. What
And
the fuck?
you know what? In real talk, fam, that's not a bunch of trolls. That's one person.
That's true.
It's one person that keeps making new accounts and saying the same shit over and over.
And I say this, fucking life. That's what I need to tell a person who's a troll. Get a fucking life. Because I don't know what the fuck you got with yourself to make 1 billion fucking pages just to troll people.
Seriously, go watch TV or something. Damn, go read a book or something. Go do something constructive with your damn time. Damn it.
Do anything.
Go do something constructive.
Well, anyways,
Jesus.
look, man, I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. It's 3:42, 3:53 in the morning. I gotta get up in the morning. Everybody shout yourself out. And tomorrow I was supposed to do the flat earth thing yesterday, but I'm gonna end up doing it tomorrow. So everybody shout themselves out, man, so you guys can go ahead and get up out of here. Players.
I'm going first.
Go ahead.
All right, man. Y'all know y'all can check me out. You can find all of my content. The landing page is theangrymanchannel.com. You can find all of my stuff over there. You also can check me out on YouTube. You can Google me, Google the Angry Man. All of my stuff will come up. You can follow me at Angry Man Channel on all social media. And I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace,
And who else we got? Officer Faulkner, where can they find you at, player?
You can find me at Facebook, Charles L. Faulkner Jr. I'm on Instagram, Champion Forever. I'm going to have to get that shit trademarked. If you have any questions about joining your local law enforcement or if you need coaching in that way, just hit me up. No question's a dumb question unless you ask a stupid question, and I'll let you know. But I'm willing to help anybody who wants to do police work, military, and armed security. I will give you all my experience and well wishes to let you know to get that money. Just hit me up.
Cool. And let me see. Who else do we got here? Let me see. Mr. Black, where can they find you at, player?
Man, you can definitely hit me up on my channel, Black Man Taking Our Community Back. Get you some content. Also, you can hit me up on the email at bmtocb@gmail.com. If you just want to chop it up with me or whatever, you got some video topics you want me to discuss, and that's pretty much it, man.
Cool. Okay, cool. And then also the Prophet of Thought series. Where can they find you at, man?
Well, y'all can find me at the Prophet of Thought series at YouTube. Like I always say, just punch in TPOT on your YouTube browser and I should come up. You can also find me at Prophet of Thought series on Facebook. You also can check out the TPOT bandwagon page, and you also can check out the Prophet of Thought series group page. And also, I also have a website. It's called www.don'teventryiit.wikifoundry.com. You can see some of the Prophet of Thought series stuff on there. It needs to be updated, but it is some good shit up there. Pretty much correlates with what I do on my radio shows. And I have a WhatsApp too. I forgot about that. Prophet of Thought at WhatsApp. I also have a Prophet of Thought at Instagram as well that I hardly ever use, but you can hit me up on that too. And pretty soon we are going to be creating a Twitter account. Within the next week or so, we're going to be on Twitter too. So, if you want to hit me up, just look up Prophet of Thought. It's Prophet of Thought everything. If you want to hit me up in the email, it's prophetofthought@yahoo.com, or you can catch me at Professor Xavier at gmail.com. Hit me up. We take all comments, questions, complaints, death threats, whatever you got. Hit me up.
All right, cool. All right, so anyways, brothers, I'm up out of here. Peace out to everybody. Thank you guys for supporting the NegroManosphere.com. Thank you for all the brothers who have been donating and liking the videos and watching the videos. Like I said, we appreciate you guys, right? We're trying to keep, like I said, with YouTube making a lot of strange changes, a lot of weird changes. And me personally, I like to try to entertain and stuff like that and try to keep everything as it has been. So thank you guys for supporting us so that we can do it. Thank you guys for reading the free ebook that we were able to come out with. A lot of people like it. I'm getting emails about it every day. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the Black Manosphere. Thank you for supporting the Negro Manosphere. And we out. Peace.
Peace.